Alright, hey guys, Zomb Phox here, and today it is time to do the first regular season NFL Live play-by-play on the channel's history. We did do a preseason game a few weeks ago, but it's time for the regular season with the Cowboys versus the Saints. Now, to all those of you who are here, how does the audio sound? I kind of tweaked my mic a little bit. I didn't kind of like how a lot of the audio sounded in the AFL video, so I've kind of tweaked a little bit of my gain and all that. So do I still sound the same? Do I sound a bit better? Is the background noise a bit less pronounced? Pretty much how's the deal there? I do want to know if that is a bit better than it was, because again, like I said, that AFL video I felt it was pretty bad audio quality wise compared to a lot of other videos. So I tweaked it a little bit. Hopefully some of the background noises is a bit toned down. So we'll see. Hopefully it's all good. Again, this should be a fun one. We are going to be naturally doing a game where we might see a record being broken. We have the Brandon Aubrey has a chance to break the record for longest field goal. We've seen him be very close to doing that. So it'll be interesting to see if he can pull that off. Of course, we got the Fantasy Football League to worry about and everything, so it's going to be something else. So we'll see. Now, again, this is the Saints versus the Cowboys. So the Saints obliterated the Panthers in a hilarious game to watch where Bryce just looked like trash, but we'll see. Yo, guys, we got Nope, we got G-Man and MB here. So, again, how does the audio sound? Does it sound about the same, a little bit better? Is the background noise, breathing, and all that a bit toned down? Again, I changed the gain a little bit from my AFL video because I feel like the audio in that one was kind of mediocre. So hopefully a lot of the sound is a bit better here. Hopefully my actual voice is more pronounced than it was in that AFL video. I kind of felt that was a bit poor audio quality, so hopefully it's good. It's good? Okay, nice, yeah. Hopefully it's a bit better. I know a couple of my videos also, my actual voice also was a bit too loud in the decibel scale when I was editing it and had to tone it down a bit. So I think after I tweaked it the past couple of minutes, it seems pretty good. Yeah, it really is, because especially if something like this, I've got a clock that's pretty loud right behind me, then I've got the TV volume on now for this game, and then already me speaking is always an issue. It sounds better, that's what I was hoping for. I kind of changed the gain a little bit less to where it's, picks up less, and I think that overall sounded better. I was testing it in my editing software, and it sounded like a lot of the background noise got cut down a little bit, and that my voice wasn't as, insanely loud, so that's good. Yes, sir, thumbs up, Panthers. Now, when Kick and others get here, it's time to party. Hard to find. It sounds better. I remember the first stream here. Well, yeah, we are here to watch a couple of Birmingham Stallions players play. Well, one, Brandon Aubrey, but then we've also got Cavante Turpin from the New Jersey Generals, so it's going to be funny. Or it's going to be fun to see if he can pull it off again. I made videos in the past, hate trying to tune the audio. Dude, tuning the audio sucks, especially when you get a good mic, like you get a Blue Yeti, your classic good microphone. You realize how many things you have to change to make your actual audio sound good. It's really crazy. So again, if you guys just joined, make sure to like the stream so we can try and get this one to break, some stream records. We're hoping to, set some PBs here pretty much in terms of overall stream success. And again, this should be a fun one. It is going to be a Cowboys game, so on one hand, the Cowboys should obliterate the Saints. They just should. But on the other hand, it is the Cowboys. I wouldn't be shocked if they lose in heartbreaking fashion. Very similar to last year against the Cardinals. They should have beat them. Instead, they, got pretty embarrassed. But we'll see. So, again, the game's going to start in 13-ish minutes. In terms of overall, right, we've got a decent slew of games today. I know you've got the Bears versus CJ or, the Texans later today, I believe. Yeah, that's tonight's game. That should be a good one. Bengals Chiefs is always good, even though it's early season Joe Burrow. Giants Commanders. There's a couple bad ones. Raiders Ravens is probably going to be a blowout. The Seahawks Patriots, honestly, is my sleeper game of the week. I think that if you have that game, you should watch that one. I think that's going to be a really good game, honestly. I can't believe it's already September. In no time, the UFO will be back. It really is true. That's for sure. We've just got news about the Roughnecks going back to TD-ECU Stadium, which is huge to see. That they're going back to a good stadium and not Rice. So that's great. We're still waiting on Michigan. Michigan is currently the only team that we do not have any sort of indication on where they're playing for sure next year and have no season tickets out. Hopefully we get that soon, but we'll see. You have Red Zone, nice. I have not bought it. I just haven't been willing to spend that much on it yet, but who knows. And just by the way, we've got 2 community members here for Mold 10 and G-Man. I am planning to have my, my community member video come out probably this week, and it's probably going to be me trash talking the Panthers. So it is going to be another rant video, this time the Carolina Panthers. So for you two, and then of course Stranger is in here, and anyone else who wants to become a community member, be on the lookout for that video later this week probably. Might be early next week, but it'll probably be this week. So I'll try to have that one out probably by Wednesday. Yeah, the Showboats are getting close to hiring a coach. There's been, James Larson put out that multiple coaches have been interviewed and are getting interviewed. So hopefully within the next couple weeks we find that one. For Shakira and Sanders, hoping Miles Sanders gets a tutty. Yeah, of course we've got the Fantasy Football League for us where everybody's competing for one of these 2024 Championship Stallions hats. My matchup is currently not looking too good, even though Tyreek Hill did like nothing. Devon Achane did like 29 points, so it made up for all of Tyreek Hill's kind of, slack on my opponent. But, Josh Downs is out again today. I'm hoping another big day from Alec Pierce, because my whole team, as all of you in the league know, it's basically pray that Hawkinson and Chubb get healthy soon, because I have no depth. My only real backup is Xavier Leggett and Taysom Hill, so yikes. Oh yeah, fantasy is on full swing. I kind of screwed up not starting the Bills D. I'm pretty sure you can still change it unless the game has... Oh, that's right. That's right. That was Thursday's game, yeah. That was a game. I mean, what's everybody's thoughts on Tua? That's honestly a legit question. What's everybody's thoughts on Tua? Should he keep playing? Should he retire? Should he do something? I know it's a very controversial topic. He wants to keep playing. At the same time, it's like this dude's been getting like bad concussions. But then, of course, you got the other argument of, he's not the only player dealing with concussions. There's other players that have been dealing with more concussions that keep playing. I feel like it's kind of an overblown issue. It's up to Tua. If he wants to keep playing, I think he should be, full within his right to keep playing, and people should stop, acting like it's terrible. Like, I get that for his own health, but if he enjoys this, I mean, it's a risk you take. If he understands that it is a risk, I think that he should be able to keep playing if he wants to. Again, I know that there's a center I can't remember for the life of me who it is, but there's like an offensive lineman that's dealt with like 6 concussions and a cornerback that's dealt with like 4. So there's guys currently playing that have dealt with more concussions than Tua. So yeah, I did actually put out my Twitter post. I put it out before I jumped in the live stream this time. At the end of the day, and people should face that. Yeah, because I know he came out earlier today, I believe, and said that he is planning to keep playing, just get some, doctor stuff going on. And I mean, if he wants to keep playing, he should be able to keep playing. I mean, the thing is that the reason this is a big issue in reality is because 2 of his 3 concussions happened on Thursday Night Football. That's the God's honest truth. If they had happened on Sunday, almost nobody would care to the degree on Thursday. When it happens in prime time, you're the only game on, that becomes the story, right? You had a game that was already a blowout. The Bills were already creaming the Dolphins. And then Tua gets a concussion, that's your story, right? It's like when that first major one happened where he did like the UFC fighter hands thing, where, he put his hands up like that. That would have been a big deal on Sunday, but because it was on a Thursday Night Football game, if I remember correctly, it was the only real story, so it became a huge story. That's honestly the truth. If it had happened on Sunday, it wouldn't be as big a deal as it is happening on Thursday Night Football twice. That's my opinion on it. If he wants to keep playing, he should. The overall issue has been overblown. The idea that every player needs to be forced to wear those padded helmet things is stupid. It should be a choice. I mean, that's just my thinking, right? You know what you're getting into, right? This isn't like, you're playing a basic game like basketball and then all of a sudden some dude, hits you with a soccer cleat, right? I mean, you're playing football. You know what's going on in football. It's a tough sport, right? Football and hockey are the 2 contact sports for a reason. In North America, of course. So yeah, Tua never gives up, and it's very commendable. That is true. He's done a lot to make himself better. Like he, did some martial arts. I think it was 2 years ago or last off season, and he was able to be healthy with that. He lost weight. I mean, he really is doing a lot of commendable stuff. That's for sure. So let's see. This game, we should probably put out that poll real quick. Let's put out a quick poll on who wins today. Is it going to be Dallas or is it going to be the Saints? Cowboys, Saints. So I'm personally picking the Cowboys to win. I think this is going to be... I mean, again, it would not be surprising to see New Orleans get the W. That would be a very Dallas Cowboys loss to lose to the Saints team. But I think the Cowboys are just a better team in like every facet. So DeMar Hamlin was giving out concussions, even though that was Tua's fault. Yeah, the fact it was DeMar Hamlin to Tua is even crazier. That was just like the most ironic thing ever. But yeah, again, I think that the Cowboys are going to get this W. I mean, they have a better QB for how much I think Dak is overrated and didn't deserve to be paid. He is a better QB than Derek Carr. Their receivers are better. Their kicker's better, obviously, Brandon Aubrey. Their defense is better. I think Dallas gets the W. But it would be very Dallas for them to lose. That is the truth as well. I guarantee, just look at what Trent Green did. DeMar Hamlin. Okay, so let's go over here. Notifications. ECU. Jamar Chase. I forgot about Jamar Chase getting... I know that Jamar Chase has a whole situation going on with a lot of stuff, but yeah. Like about how he thinks that the Bengals like misled him on information or something, so it's going to be pretty weird there exactly what the deal is. We'll see how that goes. It will be interesting to see, that's for sure. Okay, let's go over here now. Made a mailbox video and someone asked about Hamlin's KD ratio. Oh my god. I want the Saints to win, but I want Aubrey and Turpin to go off. I'm a rock in a hard place. I will say, it will be interesting to see what happens with Aubrey. I mean, he could have legitimately had a NFL record-tying kick if it wasn't for really bad clock management by Mike McCarthy. And then he should have been allowed to kick a 71-yarder and attempt it. But they decided to not let him for some reason. So we'll see if the backlash on that means that he will be more willing to do it. But, I mean, they're playing in Jerry World. I mean, imagine him kicking a 67-yarder to break the record at home. Oh my gosh. The amount of publicity the UFL would get would be crazy. The Cowboys stink in the playoffs, and that's what matters. Yeah, like, I'm sorry. Dak Prescott, under no circumstances, deserved to become the highest paid QB in the league. Right? Dak Prescott is your very typical, above average quarterback. He is good. He's not great. Because when he needs to be great, he sucks. Right? He puts up these great stats in the regular season. But newsflash, most of the time it's against either bad teams or in garbage time. Right? The game against the Packers is a great example, right? Dak ended up with a really solid stat line, all things considered, if I remember correctly. But that's because in the second half, when the game was already over, he started to, sling the ball and get all these yards and stuff. That's what he does in almost every season, right? He really is not as good as his stats make him out to be. Again, he is better than a lot of other QBs. But if you've had a quarterback for damn near a decade and you know his ceiling is a divisional round exit and that is his ceiling, why keep him? I mean, you know Dak's not winning you a Super Bowl. You know that. If he wins a Super Bowl, it would be it doesn't matter who they play. If Dak Prescott leads a team to win the Super Bowl, it will be the most shocking Super Bowl win in NFL history. It would make Nick Foles' W look like the most common occurrence ever, because that's how little anyone believes in Dak Prescott as being a Super Bowl quarterback. It is what it is. The Cowboys can only beat bad teams, but they can also lose to bad teams. That Cardinals game last year was hysterical. They're always good for 2 losses against teams they should obliterate. That pissed me off they didn't attempt that 71-yarder, especially because the Browns crowd started booing. They wanted to see that happen. Would ask players like Dak, ask why players like that deserve $60 million, challenge idea. I think the biggest issue, and this is true with the NFL, we got the Tom Brady broadcast. I'm going to be honest, I think the Tom Brady hate was a bit too much. It wasn't like he was horrid. Did I prefer Greg Olsen? Yes. But did I think Brady was terrible? No. Do I think he's the worst commentator in football right now? God, no. But I will say, I think a big issue is that this overall media narrative is that, every owner is terrible. Every owner does not deserve to have money, and all the money should be to the players. So it's like whenever they get paid, it's like, they deserve that money every time. But then it's also the question of, should Dak be paid more than Mahomes, more than Joe Burrow, more than Lamar Jackson, more than Josh Allen? No, he shouldn't be. He's done nothing to deserve that. His first contract was egregious, and now he has another egregious contract. But sadly, they're not going to complain. The media's just going to say how they deserve their money, and they're going to, act as if it's fine for them to get paid and running backs get paid nothing. But yeah. ESPN UFL announcers. Hey, that's just, hey, we love talking about the over every 2 minutes. All right, so we're going to close the poll in a second. So if you haven't already, make sure you vote on that poll. Who's going to get the W today? This is going to be a game. It's going to be interesting to see who wins this one. That's for sure. Again, it's going to be a fun one, honestly. I think that we could definitely see, a record be broken. So, we'll see. Live play-by-play. Let's see. So, Scooter's also doing this. Yeah, not surprised. Imagine if the Panthers beat the Cowboys. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if the Panthers beat them. When do we play them? I think we play them like in a couple weeks. I'm gonna be honest. I knew this season was gonna suck for the Panthers. I just didn't expect it to be this bad. Oh, they don't play them till later in the year. Okay. Like I expected this season to be bad, but I didn't think we were gonna be that bad. I mean, oh my God, the Panthers are gonna suck this year. We might go 0-17. That's not even like a joke. We might legit go 0-17. Our team is awful. I mean, Derek Brown is really the only reliable player we have on defense because of the fact that we have to, rely on who was our best player, who's now coming back from, a torn ACL to be that guy. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope Shaq Thompson is fully healthy and all that, but he had a bad injury last year, and he's never been, like, the best linebacker in the league. He's always just been good. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. It's basically Shaq Thompson and a bunch of other guys on the team. That's really what it is. I'd say the Stallions beat the NFL Panthers. Honestly, I wouldn't be too shocked if that were to happen. The Panthers they're just so bad. Chargers gonna rip the Panthers. I agree. I hope so. On my ESPN picks, I picked the Chargers in a bunch of them because of obvious reasons. I hate the ESPN announcers because they love talking about betting and clearly don't care about the USFL teams. True. I also saw a really terrible article from I think it was like UFL News, or UFL Rumors, who basically just glazed like the Battlehawks and Brahmas, saying that they're gonna be like the two best teams in the league next year. Like, bruh, slow down. We haven't even gotten a coach for the Showboats. But yeah. But I mean, again, as for, the Panthers, the idea that Bryce Young, and I'll challenge this in the community video again for G-Man and Mullen if any of you decide to become a member, which, link in the description for that. I'm going to challenge it in the video. Okay, this idea that Bryce Young was this, by a mile, the number one QB of the class, that's one of the most BS narratives I've seen in a while, right? Trevor Lawrence, that was a true number one quarterback in a draft class. Kyler Murray, that was a true number one quarterback in a draft class. If there's even a shred of doubt who's going to go number one overall, then you're not a slam dunk first overall top consensus QB. Bryce Young was not the top consensus QB, and the idea that this narrative is that he needs to stop. Okay? CJ Stroud, eye test, was better. CJ Stroud, measurables, was better. The idea that his immeasurables, his stuff like his, mental game and all that was worse, I don't buy that either. I think that that's one of the worst narratives ever. I think that Frank Reich was completely right and justified to believe CJ would be a better QB. Now, would we be a playoff team with CJ Stroud? God, no. Our team still sucks. But we would win at least 4 games if we had CJ Stroud instead of Bryce Young. Because when you watched Bryce last year, he had like 2 good drives the entire season. He had like the game winners against the Packers and Falcons. Everything else was basically terrible. Bryce Young is unironically probably a bottom 5 starting quarterback in the league. At best, bottom 10. He's just not good. And I hate the fact that he's our quarterback. I really do. Lost DJ Moore, CJ Stroud, Brian Burns. Let's see what we got. It's time. I don't think Stroud would have been good if he went to Carolina. My thing is he wouldn't be the CJ Stroud we look at him in now, but he would have been better. Like if you flipped him and Bryce Young, the Texans don't make the playoffs last year. And the Panthers don't get the number 1 overall pick this year or last year. That's what would have happened if he swapped them. there would have been a clear difference, but not by like a country mile. UFL Newsroom needs to hold on their horses, saying teams are going to be the best already. The only game the Panthers have a chance to win this year is the game against the Giants in Germany. I can't believe we're sending that game to Germany. Oh my god. The fact that they're going to be stuck watching the Giants-Panthers is diabolical. But yeah, the Panthers, the Brian Burns one is the worst, because that one had no reason. The fact that we were offered 2 first-round picks for an edge rusher and said no, it's just stupid. That really is. Almost time for kickoff on the Cowboys-Saints game. Again, this is going to be interesting, so you can exactly get this one. Again, we got Tom Brady commentating, so there's going to be a bunch of people on Twitter calling him terrible. Just because they hate Tom Brady. It's going to be, really funny. Again, the Cowboys are a better team, but the Cowboys do historically lose games like this where they should easily win and they just completely, choke. But we'll see. I mean, the NFL moving games everywhere. Having a game in Brazil, having a game in Germany, games in England. It's going to be wild. I can't wait for them to play a game in somewhere just absolutely random. Time for kickoff. Again, like the last stream, my TV's over there, so I'm going to be looking over there. Brandon Aubrey doing the kickoffs. Honestly, the dynamic kickoff, not a huge fan of it. I think that they should do the UFL kickoff. I think that's a better one that guarantees a ton of returns. We'll see. Touchback. The kickoffs are up from last year, but it's not like it's by a country mile. I just think that the UFL kickoff of having guys kicking off from super far back, at their own 20, is a better solution than having this weird formation with the drop zone. Especially because the touchback isn't really that big a deal. It's not that much of a punishment, so... Time for Derek Carr to come out and play. This is, he had a great game last week. Now, it was against the Panthers defense, so there's a lot of caveats to that one. It's not that impressive that he did against the Panthers. But let's see what he does here. Taysom Hill's coming out there. Let's see. Lights are on, but no one is home. Hey, Mike Zimmer did a decent job last week. Again, it was a free win against the Browns, but yeah. Toss to Kamara on the backfield. Kamara gets to the line of scrimmage and gains about 1.5 yards on the right side of the zone, or the right side. Decent first play, only a yard and a half, but it's good. The Cowboys defense last year was really horrid at stopping the run, so that's already a great start. Them being able to slow down that run immediately before it gets going would be really great. Again, Derek Carr looked really good last week. Only so much you can really say about it. We got a bunch of games we're going to keep up with. Got a fantasy league we got to keep up with. A lot of stuff. 2nd and 9. Carr's under center. Bit of motion. Carr snaps the ball. Fakes the handoff and then tosses it on the end around. It's about it's a 7-yard gain. It's going to be about 3rd and 1.5 for the Saints. That was a good play right there. There was basically 2 Cowboys defenders, 3 of them that were actually on that side where they decided to run the ball. That was a good play. And of course, we got the C-Mac injury. Forgot about that one. McCaffrey's projected to be out 6 weeks, I think, now, proving once again that the Madden curse is real. It has never gone away, and it won't go away. It is still real. That is the only reason he got hurt, is because he was on the cover of Madden. No other reason. So, yeah. Carr snaps the ball at shotgun. Pass it to the left. It is caught. Ooh, that's a great pass. It's going to be up to about the 35-yard line. That's a great play for the Saints right there. They're moving the ball downfield already. Saints use Taysom Hill different positions. I love the fact that Fantasy's got him at tight end, and I think the Saints do as well. Oh, that was Hill up there? Ooh. They're moving. Yeah, the Saints are going downfield. It's looking pretty good for them right now. It's only the very beginning, but, it's still something. Let's see. Taysom Hill. Okay, handoff is about a 2-yard gain right there. Again, it's the Cowboys defense. The Cowboys defense is a unit that is filled with guys who are good but also slightly overrated, like Micah Parsons, who every year is this DPOY favorite, yet he's never close. But yeah, you're way ahead of my TV. Hey, it's the beauty of going to an antenna TV. You know, I had the issues of using streaming services for the USFL games or the UFL games. Now I'm on antenna TV. Passes over the middle, first down for the Saints. They are past midfield now. So, I mean, if you're on, like, antenna TV, it's like bang, bang, bang. You get stuff way earlier than everybody else. It's great. Let's see so far. Okay, Saints are already moving pretty good. The past midfield is getting good. Again, Fantasy Football League is going on. Got a lot of stuff going on. Taysom Hill is why they need to have the athlete position in the pros, too. True. Clock is winding down. Timeout was called. That was by Dallas, so a Dallas Cowboys timeout to start. One timeout already gone. Already seeing some great, use of their timeouts by Mike McCarthy. What a legend. Let's see. The Buccaneers are already into the end zone. Got to pull up all these, too. I got to pull up all the scores. I will say I'm going to give some credit where it's due. The Panthers are currently still tied. I mean, it's only been 2 minutes, but I was kind of expecting the Panthers to already be down 2 minutes into the game. So they're doing a lot better than I expected them to do. So got to give some credit where it's due. That was W Panthers moment. Not losing 2 minutes into the game. Let's see. Fake the handoff. Carr drops back. Throws over the middle again. Deep throw. It is caught up to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Tackled right out of the bounds at the 5. It's going to be first and goal at about the 5-yard line for New Orleans. Huge play right there. That's what you love to see. That was a great pass by Carr. And, I mean, that was like a wide open catch, too. There was nobody even remotely near him. That was a great play. As you love to see. Olave, I don't remember him doing really much last year, so that was really good to see him actually do something, great there. That's definitely a W right there. This could very much be one of those Cowboys games where the Cowboys just absolutely, choke it when it matters most. Oh, it was Rashid Shaheed. Wait, no, I don't know. Something's going wrong. Oh, my Google's just slow. Yeah, it was Olave. Okay. Handoff, and it is a touchdown for Alvin Kamara. The Saints are already up 6-0 on Dallas, less than 5 minutes into the game. How about that one? That is crazy. This very well could be one of those games for Dallas. Which if you know, you know. It's every year Dallas has something like this happen to them where they just pull out one of the biggest choke jobs in a game they should easily win. Amazing wide receiver. Let's go Saints. The collapse. Let's go Cowboys 6-11. I mean, this is just, it's so common. I mean, I was expecting it not to happen yet, but it is such a common Dallas Cowboys occurrence to lose an early season game against a team they should win. Kick is up. It is good. It's going to be 7-0 New Orleans. Only 4 minutes and 10 seconds into the game. This is already something else right here. What a start. Now it's going to be interesting to see what else happens. Let's see. Let's check around the scoreboard of the league right now. It looks like that was the first point scored so far. No other game has any sort of points being scored, so that was definitely a quick, efficient drive for the Saints. Again, it's going to be interesting to see how these other games go. I think the Patriots will probably upset Seattle today. I think that the Patriots' way of football is honestly a really solid way, and if they continue what they did last week, it's going to be interesting. Malik Willis playing for the Packers. If you're a Packers fan, God bless you, because it's going to suck. I mean, great that they scored 3, they kicked the field goal, but if I'm a Cowboys fan, I'm not happy. And if I'm a Packers fan, I'm really not happy. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you like this stream. We're trying to, get some nice overall records set on these streams. The last stream we did hit like 10 likes, the one before that 11, so hopefully we can beat those ones. So we're already doing pretty good view-wise, but remember, if you haven't already, make sure to like it. Again, we did hit 870, so that was a cool subscriber goal we hit. We're now 130 away, so it's going to be really cool to see that we're getting closer and closer to 1,000. So, yeah. Derek Carr redemption. I mean, yeah, last season it wasn't the best for him, but this season it very well could be something better. That's definitely something that we could definitely see. The Derek Carr redemption arc. I wouldn't be too shocked. Let's see. So far in our fantasy football league, we've got, let's see, nobody's really going out to a huge lead yet. Let's see how Nope's doing. So far, Nope in the fantasy league. This week, he's off to a okay start, but I mean, it is right at the beginning. Let's see. Mole is up pretty good so far. Definitely some good stuff, yeah. I'm not looking forward to this week, fantasy. I feel like I'm probably going to lose, but we'll see. My team is built for like the last 5 weeks of the season. It's crazy you're growing this quickly on an off-season with no UFL on. I mean, this past month, I mean, the thing is with September is always a really bad month. Oh, quick, we're back to football. Oh, wait, no, we were showing replay. September's always a really bad month for channels because you always have, school and work starting up again. So view-wise, it's been a big blow to a lot of videos that, struggling to hit 100 views after like a day when before it was just every time. That's a lot due to the off-season, though the AFL video did pretty well. And again, G-Man and Mole, I've seen it. We've got 2 more videos coming out in the next couple weeks, which are going to be pretty good. We got an AAF video and a What If video coming out. Hoping those do well. But yeah, I think another help is the YouTube Shorts. I'm planning to try and do one every week. And the past 2 shorts I've did, both on Jake Bates, were 2 of the best performing shorts I've ever done. So definitely some good stuff right there. So we'll see how those go. But I mean, again, the shorts have been naturally a huge help, all things considered, in growing the channel as well. And if I can just do 1 a week, that will definitely help a lot. Let's see. Max Crosby got a sack on Lamar in one of the games. The Buccaneers at 3rd and goal, and it was a strip sack for the Lions. Wow. So, is Ronta leaving? Okay, Cowboys quick pass to the left, and it's going to be out of bounds about the 4 yards gained. Jake Delhomme. I can't believe the Panthers brought him back just to lose this game. We're going to lose. Dallas, or we're just going to lose. Let's see. Dak's under center. 2 men behind him. 2nd and 6 at about the 25. Quick handoff. And that is it's going to be close to a first down. They might give it to him, but it's probably going to be like half a yard short, or they're just barely going to give it to him. That was close. Let's look at the other scores so far. So far, almost no scores in any of the other games. We've gotten, a couple of field goals, but still no TDs outside of the Saints touchdown. Who'd have thought? I've been slightly distracted, and then Bro perks up me as we say Jake Delhomme. Yeah, Delhomme was doing the, the hammer or the drum at the beginning. Can't believe they brought him back. He needs to be brought back at QB. Quick pass out to the right for Dallas. It's going to be about a 7-yard gain, maybe an 8-yard gain. It's going to be about 2nd and 2 for Dallas at around the 40. So the Cowboys are driving too. This could be one of those shootout games. Wouldn't be too shocked about that, even though they're 2 teams that are supposed to be based on defense. We'll see. Gonna be interesting, that's for sure. Quick pass to the right. It's going to be caught, and that's going to be about a 7-yard gain. Again, Dallas is driving downfield. This is a good drive for Dallas so far. This could be a fun game. I mean, this is 2 teams that, in theory, the Cowboys should obliterate, but like usual, Dallas will choke. Dallas, will play down to competition. So, New Orleans has a shot at this one. Dallas is lined up in shotgun, a little bit of motion behind him. Does the handoff, and it's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a half-yard gain. Ain't no way Quentin Johnson scored a touchdown while he's sitting on my bench. Man, if I lose by like 5 points or something, I'm gonna be so upset that I benched Johnson today. I wouldn't even say benched. I never had him starting to begin with. Dallas is just 2 yards away from midfield. Some motion behind Dak. Dak drops back. Quick screen pass out to the left. It's about a 4-yard gain, maybe 5. Decent first down right there. Or decent first play right there. Wow, Quentin Johnson's got 11 points. That is not good that he's sitting on my bench. All right, I'm going to need Alec Pierce to have another 80-yard touchdown. Trade Herbert for Johnston. I don't know about that. I'll see how my running backs do. I'm hoping they do a bit better than they did last week. My running backs kind of weren't great last week. They were okay. Play is about maybe just barely got a first down in that rush. Again, it could easily be a first down. They might call that a bit short. Looks like they're going to measure it, but maybe not. Again, a QB sneak, a fullback dive or something, they should be fine. We'll see, though. Yep, they did the QB sneak. It looks like it's going to be a first down. Yet you still destroyed your opponent. Hey, that's all because Alec Pierce got me a ton of points. I got some decent points out of my QB. I had a couple of positions do really well. Brandon Aubrey got me like 20 points. So Aubrey and Pierce are why I dominated my opponent last week in fantasy. I put Pierce as a starter because Downs was injured, and it worked out. I'm hoping it works out again. We'll see. All right, 1st and 10 for Dallas at about the 40-yard line. Bit of motion behind Dak. Now, Dak drops back. Passes out to the right. It is almost a great catch, but it is incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for Dallas now. That was a great defensive play right there. Got his arm right in both of the receiver's arms. That's a great defensive play right there. At 2nd and 10, let's see. Dak is lined up in shotgun with one man to his left. Bit of motion in front. Dak drops back to pass. He's getting pressured, throws it out, and it is incomplete. Bit of a duck throw, but that was due to him being pressured. There is a flag. Let's see what the flag is. Saints come on defense. TD Pats. Aubrey is the best kicker in the NFL. He probably is. Honestly, I think Tucker is becoming more of a legend than he is currently. Hate to say it, but I think so. Automatic first down. Saints defensive penalty. That's a big break for Dallas. TD Patriots. Again, not too shocked. I actually picked the Patriots in my ESPN pick'ems to win the game. I think the Patriots are going to be a very fun team to watch, in all honesty. So, yeah. Dak is once again lined up in shotgun. He's got a man to his left and his right. Bit of motion. Drops back. Throws it deep. Flag looks like it's probably going to be defensive pass interference. We'll see for sure, but that's what it looks like it will be. That would be a huge break again for Dallas. Let's see. Again, Dallas getting bailed out by a couple of penalties, but we'll see exactly how it goes. Cleveland is in the red zone. I need them to give Jerome Ford a touchdown. They're giving it holding an offense. That's okay. So holding an offense going to be a 10-yard penalty. It's going to be it's going to be 1st and 20 for them. Yeah, that was definitely holding. First and 20 for Dallas. They're back at about the 45-yard line. Let's see if they can make something here. They're going to need about at least 7 yards in this play. Quick first down rush for about 2 yards. That is definitely not 7. They might have to try a long field goal. We might see Brandon Aubrey field goal record attempt. We'll see. I have the Jets D. Yes. Yeah, I know so far my team is not doing the best. I need either Scary Terry or Ford to score a touchdown right now. They're both in the red zone, but we'll see. You know, a long Aubrey field goal wouldn't hurt, but let's see. Again, 2nd and 17 for Dallas. They are at the 42-yard line. Dak is once again in shotgun. Quick pass to the left to Turpin. Ooh, nice move by Turpin, but then he gets tackled about 1 yard short of the line of scrimmage. Not a great play. One good juke that eventually led to losing out in 1.5 yards, 2 yards. Not the best for Dallas right there. This is going to be looking like a long field goal attempt more than likely. They're probably going to do some sort of basic screen pass. I mean, that's just kind of how the NFL is. Do a basic screen pass instead of actually going for it. Try to gain about 4 or 5 yards and then kick a field goal. More than likely, that's what's going to end up happening. Let's see. Dak drops back to pass. Oh, yep, and then a quick pass right out to the left for about a 7-yard gain. Yeah, just a simple get some more yards to try and get a field goal. Aubrey's going to come out and kick a long field goal. We'll see exactly how long it is when he comes out. Could be something big right now. Let's see how long it is. The USFL legend, Brandon Aubrey, is coming out to kick. Let's see if he can make this kick. He is currently 12 of 12 on 50-yard field goals. If he misses this, you could already use the argument that it was an announcer jinx or a graphics jinx. 52-yarder, this should be easy for him. Let's see. Kick is up, and it's beautiful. It wasn't perfect. It did kind of hook a little bit, but it went through what matters. Field goal is good. That is 13 of 13 on 50-yard field goals for Brandon Aubrey. The man is the best kicker in the league. I'm sorry, he is. Until he starts missing these, he's the best. That was a great kick by Aubrey right there. Score is 7-3, New Orleans over Dallas. Checking in other games currently, we have the Patriots up 7-0 on Seattle. The Vikings 49ers are actually tied 0-0. The Commies beating the Giants 3-0. Chargers up 6-0 over Carolina. The Packers are up 3-0 over Indianapolis. The Browns are 0-0 against the Jags. Jets Titans 0-0. Ravens up 3-0 against the Raiders. And Buccaneers up 6-0 against the Lions. Gotta love Brandon Aubrey. Dude went from a soccer player, MLS, to the USFL, to the NFL for the Dallas Cowboys, playing one of the premier positions in football. The Dallas Cowboys starting kicker. That's wild. Definitely some crazy stuff right there. Josh Jacobs is in the red zone. I need him to score a TD. I can't believe the Packers are moving downfield with Malik Willis at quarterback. I just can't. I mean, they're not really using him, so that's probably why. I mean, he's like one completion, so, you know, gotta love not using your quarterback at all. Ridley rushing TD. That's big for Nope. My Baltimore defense is getting me 12 points. So, yeah. Aubrey and Turpin will be on the UFL Hall of Fame. They definitely should be. Again, since we're in a little bit of a commercial break, remember, if you haven't already, like the stream, and if you've been a fan of the channel for a while, think about becoming a community member. Link in the description. You'll get exclusive team emojis like the ones I just posted, as well as an exclusive video every month and a bunch of other stuff. I don't know why my thing has it blank on my screen, but it is what it is. Again, make sure you like the stream. Think about becoming a channel member. Almost just got a cramp in my leg. That would have sucked. But good thing didn't. Yes, sir. Gotta love the channel emojis. Okay, now why is this still on my screen? There we go. I had my emoji screen still on there for some reason. Again, I'm planning to hopefully do one of these NFL live streams at least every couple of weeks. I can't say for sure I'll be able to do it every week, but I'll try to do it at least like every 3 weeks. It will be fun to do them, so we'll see. How are you doing in fantasy? I am not doing too hot right now. Again, seeing Achan get like 30 points from my opponent really sucked, and so far, my best player is on the bench in Quentin Johnson. Jacobs, if he scores a rushing TD here or a receiving TD, will be a huge help to my fantasy team. But as of right now, it's a lot of zeros on the board. Mike Evans has no reception. AR-15 has done nothing for me at QB. Pierce has no receptions. Bowers has nothing. So, not looking too good for my team. I'm probably taking an L here. But as I've talked about before, my team is built for the last half of the season. Once Hawkinson gets healthy and once Chubb gets healthy, if they're both fully healthy, my team will be a lot better. But we'll see. I mean, I had to pick up Hawkinson on waiver wire, so I mean, I kind of had to. I mean, I've got one guy in the IR, one guy sitting on my bench. We'll see. And you know, if AR-15 ends up sucking and Drake May ends up getting in at some point, I'll have Drake May on my team. So, built for the future, not the present. So, if I can get 3-3 the first 6 weeks of the season before everybody gets healthy, I'll be fine. Let's see. Saints are going up now. 1st and 10 for the Saints. Again, they're up 7-3. If they can score another TD here, that'll be huge. Put some pressure on Dallas. Again, we've already gone over 10 minutes of the first quarter, so let's see. Again, the Saints team is one that a lot of people think could win the NFC South, mainly due to how bad the NFC South is and how bad the Falcons looked in Week 1. So let's see. Derek Carr's under center, 1 man behind him. Bit of motion. Snaps. Fakes the handoff. Carr's moving up in the pocket. He throws deep down the middle, and it is... Oh, it's a touchdown! 75-yard touchdown. I think that's a 70-yard touchdown to Rashid Shaheed. Massive play right there. Man, that is a huge play right there. That is bad for Dallas. That's really bad. That was a beautiful throw, beautiful catch. That was a great play. Man, Shaheed is already over like 100 yards because he already had like, I think it was like, what, 30 yards even before that? Oh my God. Look at that replay. That was a great pass by Carr. Being pressured and he just throws that. That's a bomb right there. That's a beautiful pass. That's a 70-yard passing TD right there. Dallas. Derek Carr, one of the best QBs. It's a bit premature. A little bit premature. We'll see. Panthers ball. Shocked. Panthers doing something good. Who would have thought? Let's see. The kick is up, and it is good. It's going to be 14-3 New Orleans over Dallas. And let's see. Yes, Rashid Shaheed is currently at 96 yards, but he has 7 yards on the ground, so he has over 100 total yards in the game already. That is wild. Derek Carr is 4 of 4 for 135 yards and a touchdown. Doesn't get much better than that, folks. That's incredible. Yeah, I kind of regret picking Dallas to win this game. There is a flag on the field. Let's see. Probably, I wasn't watching. My total guess is going to be on Sportsmanlike. $15-yard penalty on the kickoff. That is a play right there. That is a deep play by Shaheed. Let's see. If you have Rashid Shaheed on your team, you are currently scoring a pretty respectable amount of points. That's for sure. Let's see. He is currently has 19 points. I do not remember who has him on their team, though. I picked the Saints on the poll. Mainly Malik Neighbors and Devin Singletary. Let's see. Receiver. And Young gets sacked. Not shocked. The Panthers O-line sucks. A lot of stuff sucks for the Panthers. It really does. But you know what it is? What it is. Let's see. Rashid Shaheed is currently the #1 scorer for wide receivers at the moment. Let's see. He is on a team. Is he starting, though? BRT. I picked the Saints to win. And let's pray we can get this dub. It would be a good dub if you guys can get it, that's for sure. Let's see. Rashid Shaheed is starting, so Boogie Roberts' team in this league is probably going to catch the W. There's like no way he loses with that starting on his team. That's definitely a huge help to him. I need Jacobs to keep doing more though. I need more out of like all my players in fantasy, but again, like I said, it's not really a big deal if I lose this week. I mean, my team is based on the last like half of the season, but yeah. Again, that was a crazy pass by Derek Carr right there. This could definitely be something. This could be a blowout. This could be your yearly Dallas blowout until the last like 15 minutes, the last quarter where Dak will start throwing bombs and he'll like finish with like 300 yards, but he'll lose by like 14. I could definitely see that being this game. Classic Dallas Cowboys game. Basically getting your ass kicked the whole game and then just barely get some decent yards out and, make it look closer than it actually is. We'll see, though. Man, they're showing the replay on both sides from the QB and receiver. I mean, this is what you got to love about having a deep threat right there. You just throw a deep pass, and your guy's going to be the only one fast enough to catch it. And that's almost like the Alec Pierce touchdown last week, where you just had a guy that's just too fast to be caught up, and it's just over. If I beat Dylan, all I know is the power rankings are pretty wild. It moved me up way too high for, like, no reason. So, yeah. Yeah, the ESPN Fantasy Football Power Rankings definitely are very weird. I don't think they're really built for huge leagues, or they're just... It was weird how far I moved up after 1 week. Like, come on, I had Alec Pierce boom and Brandon Aubrey boom, and that's why I won. Like, I think it moved me up to, like, top 3. Like, no. But, yeah. Saints kick off the ball. It looks like it will be actually returned. Let's see. up to the 20. Oh, Turpin's going to the 30. He gets to about the 37. That's a decent return for Turpin right there. Every year. They've got Dak Prescott at quarterback. They got Mike McCarthy at head coach. I mean, if you want to be frauds, I think that's a pretty good way to exist. That's for sure. 16 beats number one. All I know is those power rankings are definitely wild, how they work. That's for sure. Devin Singletary, let's go. Let's see. Dak is under center, 2 men behind him. Ball snapped. There's a quick handoff, and it's about a 4-yard gain. Maybe they'll call it 3, but that's probably like a 4 or 5-yard gain. Going to be second and about 5-ish. So let's see. The Dallas Cowgirls. Yeah, let's see if Dallas can actually do something this drive, because they need to score. I mean, you just watched the Saints score a 75-yard TD like that. I mean, you got to do something more than just, nothing. Bit of motion, Dak drops back, quick pass, and it is caught for a first down. That's a nice quick slant right there. Aiden Hutchinson, 3 sacks already. Wow, really? That's actually wild. Let's see. Player stats, Lions. Wow, he does have 3 sacks. That's actually wild. Man, Anthony Richardson has given me negative 1.48 points so far. Let's go, AR-15. Yeah, you might be sitting on the bench soon. Malik Willis getting the W. I actually did pick the Packers to win because of Malik Willis. I mean, when you put in a backup QB like that, they're probably going to do something good. Dak is in shotgun. There's another handoff, and it's about a 1, maybe 2-yard gain. Going to be about 2nd and 8, 2nd and 8.5 for Dallas now. Yeah, my fantasy team is cooked this week. It looks over already. Let's see if Dallas can do something here. Dak is lining up under center, 1 man behind him. 3 receivers to his left. There's another handoff, and it's going to be about a 1.5-yard gain. They might have to kick another long field goal, this time even longer. That's what it's looking to be. Let's see. It's 3rd down. It's about 3rd and 8, or 3rd and 7-ish. Let's see. Bro is not... Hey, it's not hyping him up. It's just that when you... Like we saw in the UFL, when you get your backup quarterback in and you get him to play a full game, there's no film on him with that team. So it's the element of surprise. That's why whenever you see a backup QB come in their first game, they almost always do well. That's why I was like, you know what? Malik Willis is probably going to get the W. Just because of that. Dak drops back to pass. 3rd and 6. Passes over the middle. It is going to be complete for a first down, just barely. I mean, think about it last year in the UFL season, right? Quentin Dormady, the first game he came in as a starter, looked really good. First game Bryce Perkins came in. Well, granted, he looked good all the time. Looked really good. Danny Etling, Adrian Martinez. A lot of them, when they first came in, looked good. And even last year, the year of the backup, a lot of those QBs came in for 1 week and looked really good. Then they stayed and they didn't look all that good. Dallas is going to get about a 3-yard rush when you give him forward progress. Decent first play for Dallas on that first down. So, yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing, right? If you see Willis is just an athletic Jamarcus Russell. Hey, that's a bit cruel right there. I mean, Malik is doing his job. He's 2 of 2 for 14 yards and a touchdown. He's just relying on his running back. Because look at AR-15. AR-15 is playing like trash today. So, I mean, just do your job. First down rush is going to be maybe a first down, but it's probably going to be about half a yard short. It's going to be interesting to see how they call that. But, I mean, again, if you're a backup QB and you come in and you do your job, do quick, small passes like Willis is doing, then you're doing fine. I mean, don't throw the ball if you don't have to. It's about winning. It's not about putting up big stats. Yep, they are going to call it short. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Dak is right under center. And the end of the quarter. Colts are playing who? They are playing the Packers, and AR-15 is getting beat by Malik Willis. And it is legitimately, he's being out-quarterbacked by Malik Willis, which is hysterical, but it's true. Man, I love all these advertisements you get on ESPN. But yeah, as of right now, the Packers are, they still have the ball. They're driving again. They're just outplaying the Colts. That's just how it is. Let's see. The Seahawks game is tied up. Not shocked. That's a good game. Titans are beating the Jets. That's hysterical. So much for Aaron Rodgers. 2 of 3 for 7 yards. What a stat line. Let's see. The Chargers are beating the Panthers. Bryce Young is 1 of 2. Not surprised. This is not a lot of shocks. This was definitely a week of football. Love that Post Malone and Morgan Wallen when they play this song. Saints get time to get a drink. You gotta love how Post Malone wore a Brandon Aubrey jersey. That was huge publicity right there for Brandon Aubrey again. And the UFL took full advantage of it. Yes, some political ads. Yes, play me more of those political ads filled with quotes that aren't fully real. I love getting political ads. God, I hate it so much. That's like the worst part. Every 4 years, you just get some awful ads. It just gets worse every 4 years. Yeah, I'm getting cooked in fantasy too. I already accept that I'm going to lose this week. As soon as Achan scored 30 points, I was like, damn, it's over. It's all over for me. I'm glad that the UFL took advantage of that because that is our guy. Gotta love Brandon Aubrey, the single best thing for the UFL. Watching him succeed. Now, hopefully we see Jake Bates also continue to do that. I mean, granted, he didn't really get a chance last week. He made the clutch kick, but he only kicked a couple of small field goals, but we'll see. Yesterday, I didn't really watch too much college football. I was mainly watching UFC last night, but man, Tennessee whooped Kent State's ass last night. That was wild yesterday. And then Georgia almost lost. That was wild. I did also watch the Scottish Open this morning. Man, McIlroy is cooked, bro. Homie just chokes every single time he has a chance to win an event. Like, I know he won, like, a couple events earlier this year. But, man, he had that today. He, like, got a bogey when he should have parred. He got a par when he should have birdied. And then he lost by 1. It was bad. 3rd and 1 for Dallas. Do a quick toss to the left, and it's going to be about a 1.5 yard gain. Good enough for a first down. So that's good right there. Why did I delete that tab? Man, I can't believe the Niners are losing to the Vikings. That's actually wild. Sam Darnold is leading the Vikings in rushing yards today so far. Dak drops back. Dak throws deep to the right, and he's overthrown. The Jets-Titans game has been delayed. Why, I don't know, but it is delayed. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so I'm not finding out why it's delayed, but it got delayed. At 2nd and 10 for Dallas, Dak is in shotgun. Drops back. Moves up in the pocket. Throws over the middle. It is caught for a first down. About a 15-yard gain right there. Decent play for Dak right there. Man, I can't believe the Packers are just dominating the Colts in time of possession. The Colts have had the ball for probably like 5 minutes, not even. Dak is under center, 2 men behind him. 1st and 10 at about the 15. Ball snapped. Does a quick handoff to the left, and it is going to be about a 4-yard gain with forward progress. Maybe only 3. Still a decent first play right there for them. Let's see, other scores right now. Panthers still not on the board. Jets-Titans game is back to being played all of a sudden. Maybe it was just Google bugging out. Dak is under center. Snaps the ball. Fakes the first handoff, does the end around, and it ends up being a negative 3-yard play right there. Not a good play. They might have to kick a field goal. It's going to be out 3rd and 10. Let's see. I'm trying to pull up the Packers game. I want to see this play-by-play while I'm watching this. Dak is going up to shotgun, going 5 wide, 3 out to his left, 2 out to his right. Dak drops back, moves up, and he is sacked. Dak is sacked at the 20-yard line, so now it's time for Brandon Aubrey to kick another field goal. What a classic Dak Prescott moment. Malik Willis just ran for 19 yards to get into the red zone. This is actually hysterical. Malik Willis, of all people, is dicing up the Colts defense. Minimally, but still is. Let's see. Aubrey can make this one. This will be 2 of 2 for field goals for Aubrey. This is a 38-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up. And it is right through the uprights. Gotta love it. 2 of 2 for field goals for Brandon Aubrey, representing the Stallions in the USFL well. The rest of the Cowboys, not so much. This is just, I mean, this is such a Dallas Cowboys game. They're probably gonna lose this game by like a decent amount. This is just not good. I mean, the Saints currently have scored the most points of every team this Sunday window. Their 14 is higher than anyone else, though the Packers might end up jumping them if they score a TD right now. Again, a lot of low-scoring games. I mean, I know people have been, talking about it. It feels like we're kind of going back in time to, like, this running league of lower scores, right? I mean, last week there was only, like, 2 300-yard passers, and I'm honestly okay with it. I think it's good to go back to the running game. It is a bit boring, honestly, watching guys throw for 300 yards every game. Because it used to be that throwing for 300 yards was a big deal. But then if everybody's doing it, it really isn't. So I'm okay going to a more old school run first kind of league, honestly. Mr. Automatic, gotta love it. Jets D getting cooked. I mean, hey, the Titans had a free win last week and they somehow choked it. So, I mean, the Jets still could win this game. Going back to the old days would be cool. Colts recover. Let's see. Was there a fumble? I got the play-by-play on my phone right next to me, so whenever that comes up, I'll see it. Jameis Winston is in at QB for the Browns. Oh my God. Gotta love it. Yeah, Josh Jacobs up the middle, fumbles. Wow, that is not good. That's going to hurt my fantasy team by a wide margin right there. Deshaun had legal issues to deal with. Well, Browns are going to be doo-doo. Yeah, I mean, until they get rid of Deshaun. I mean, the past, couple of years, it's been as soon as Deshaun gets hurt or, something happens to him, the team just starts getting better like that. I wouldn't be shocked if that continues. Deshaun is just not what he used to be. Deshaun used to be a top 5 quarterback in the league. He is just not that anymore. That's for sure. Now let's see if Aubrey can do another good squib kick. He did a nice one to start the Saints at, pretty far back, and then it ended up not mattering because the, Saints offense just shit on the Cowboys defense, so we'll see. The Browns are gotta feel what the Saints felt under Winston. Deshaun's last start. I can't believe. I mean, man, the Deshaun Watson, the Russell Wilson trades, the fact those two trades happened within just a couple of years from each other, they really show just how much a quarterback can be overrated and overvalued in this league. They really can. I mean, that's the truth. Let's see, the Saints can pull this off. Derek Carr's under center. Hands off to Kamara for about a 2-yard gain. Saints could score another TD here and all but put this game out of reach, barring another Dallas TD right after. I mean, if they can go up 21 to like 6 or 21 to 9, that pretty much would be over at that point. Dallas is just... Why'd they pay Dak Prescott $60 million a year? Let's see. Carr's once again under center with one man behind him. Bit of motion. 3 men out to his left. Carr drops back. Does a quick screen pass for about a first down. Going to be barely a first down. Nice play right there. Levis is selling hard. Of course he is again, bro. That's such a Will Levis thing. I mean, that image of him doing like the meme when he threw that game-losing pick six was hysterical. That was the best. That really was hysterical watching him do that. Him falling to his knees in utter horror after the god-awful interception he threw. Let's see, Carr once again under center. One man behind him. Motion out. Snaps the ball. Hands off to Kamara. About a 3-yard gain for Kamara right there. Decent first down play. Again, so far this week is looking to be pretty boring for a lot of these games. I mean, we've got, some barn burners like the 3-0 Baltimore Raiders game, the 6-0 Chargers-Panthers game, the 6-3 Giants-Commies, the 3-0 Vikings-49ers, which, again, the 49ers still have not scored a single point against the Vikings, which is hilarious. This is a week of football, that's for sure. Derek Carr drops back to pass. Ooh, nice quick pass right in the middle to Kamara. Ooh, nice play. That's up to the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Kamara. Another 50-yard plus TD. That is the yak you love to see. Kamara with a huge receiving TD right there. That's over 50 yards of yak right there. It is 20-6 Saints over Dallas. This is getting hysterical. That was a 57-yard TD exactly. This is getting bad. This is getting hilarious. This is your classic comical Dallas Cowboys take a huge L they shouldn't right there. I mean, Kamara just diced them up. That's not even a deep throw. That is a literal check down, essentially. That's a cool check down pass that became a touchdown. Let's see. Kick is up, and it is good. It is 21-6. Wow. That's going to pad Carr's stats right there. That's a stat pad right there. That is actually wild. Dallas getting their asses handed to them. That is bad. That's hilarious. This is actually hilarious. I mean, Dallas getting... Again, right now, as we're speaking, no team in this Sunday 1 p.m. window has put up over 10 points. There's 2 teams or 3 that have 10. No one has put up over 10. New Orleans has 21. This is actually hysterical. This is bad. This is really bad for Cowboys fans, which, again, is hysterical because everybody likes it when the Cowboys lose. Gotta love it. Derek Carr is on fire. I need a JSN TD. Let's see. This is hilarious. Titans defense. I still can't believe that Dallas is just getting their asses handed to them right now. Again, it's not even like it's too much of a shock. I mean, it really isn't. All right, let's go over here then. Let's look at the Lions game. Now, as for other UFL news, so far Jake Bates is 2 of 2 on field goals, so he's once again having a really solid week. Love to see that. So that's definitely cool to see. But yeah, this is getting pretty hysterical. Again, if you haven't already, make sure to like the stream. We are at like 7 likes, so hopefully we can get that number up to like 8 or something. It'd be really cool. Or get it up to, 10 double digits would always be nice. So hopefully we see that. This has been a good one so far. I mean, I did not expect this to be a blowout. Either way, I thought the Cowboys were going to win by a decent margin, but not by a blowout. This is looking like a blowout by New Orleans. This is getting like really bad. Cowboys making the Saints look like it's 2010 again. Due to a 97-yard by JJ. No way. Did JJ really just do that to him? Oh my God, he did. This is hysterical. What a week of football. Cowboys are going to start at the 20-yard. Not a good start right there. The Saints definitely could go to the playoffs. I mean, you got to remember, the Saints are in a division that is unbelievably weak. I mean, their biggest competition is the Falcons. Like, the Falcons aren't really that good. I mean, they acted like Ritter was their problem at QB. Then they got a quarterback that's like off a torn Achilles. They got a new head coach, which is what they needed. But their team has a lot more issues than that. That's the truth. Indianapolis getting their ass whooped by Malik Willis is still hysterical to me. But, I mean, really? Let's see. Dak is under center. Bit of motion behind him. Dak does an immediate handoff on the screen to Devontae Turpin for about a 1.5-yard gain. I'm glad they're using Turpin a bit more, but it's like they're not using him the fully right way. I mean, this is somebody who needs to be used in like that slant sort of method. He was somebody who in the UFL or in the USFL in 2022 benefited a lot off Yak. He was somebody who could get a nice screen pass and take a screen for like 40 yards like that. Using him as an end-around guy really isn't using him to his best strength, in all honesty. Quick toss out to the right for Dak. It is about a 7-8 yard gain right there. No, about a 7-yard gain. Going to be about 3rd and 1. Third down for Dallas. Again, they need to score a TD here. A field goal is nice and all, but they really need to actually score a touchdown. The Saints have just done touchdown, 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 and 2 of them are one-play touchdown, basically. They had a couple plays before the last one, but this is not what you want to see as your Dallas fan. Dak's got one man to his left, and he hands off for a first down, and it's going to be about to the 35-yard line right there. They are driving, but they need to drive a bit farther, so we'll see. Dallas Cowboys home dominance. Regular season at home since 2022, 16-1 with a plus 265 point differential. Last loss to the Buccaneers in week 1 of 2022. And they lost at home in the wild card round, which is not surprising at all. And they're probably going to lose today. Fakes the handoff. Dak throws over the middle. And that is caught by CD. He gets away from both defenders. He's going the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10. That's a touchdown. Dak throw. CD Lamb with an unbelievable play right there. He had a Saints defender in front and behind him, juked away from both of them, and ran it. That's a great play by CD Lamb right there. That is why he is the only one of the 3 that deserve to get paid. Of him, Micah, and Dak, he's the one that deserved to get paid. Dak did not, and Micah will be overpaid. But that was why you need somebody like a CD Lamb. Let's see. That was a great pass. He did a little duck, stopped moving like that. He was able to quickly get his acceleration back, and he just outran everybody. That was a great play by CeeDee Lamb right there. Now let's see if Aubrey can kick this extra point. This will make it a 1-score game. If he makes this, it'll make it a TD plus a 2-point conversion game. Let's see. Kick is up right in the middle. It is 21-13, Saints over Dallas. I gotta admit, Lamb is one of the best in the business. He was somebody who, heading into the season last year, was hella overrated but then actually lived up to him being overrated, and then he became just rated. He was as good as people said he was. And to the point now where I think he's the only one of the three that deserves to get that, super mega bag. Micah will be overpaid. Micah, the past, three years, has completely fallen off a cliff whenever the second half of the season starts. Dak has never been that guy, and Dak got paid. Micah will get paid. But CeeDee Lamb, he's great. He deserved his money, and that's a play right there that proves why he deserved to get paid. He is incredible. That was a great play. That was a great play by him. That's not a Dak Prescott great play. That's a CeeDee Lamb great play. The Packers are still beating the Colts. Oh my God, that is hilarious. Guys, it is halfway through the second quarter. The Colts still have less than 5 minutes of possession. That is horrific. That's just hysterical. The Packers are just absolutely clowning on him right now. Josh Jacobs is 116 yards. Again, we're not even at halftime. Jacobs might legitimately rush for 200 yards today. Jonathan Taylor is selling my fantasy team. Bro had that one incredible year, and ever since he's just been a running back. He hasn't been insane for a while, which is kind of sad, but it's true. Let's see, 14 new posts on Twitter. Let's see, Chris Godwin TD. MVP races between Baker Mayfield and Derek Carr, kind of true. Titans OC being pissed off at Will Levis sounds about right. At least you're not the Panthers. Oh, God. We hate the Carolina Panthers. We really do. They're going to suck this year. I just can't believe they're not getting, destroyed. They're just getting beat so far today. The Packers are at 3rd and 10. Maybe the Colts will finally stop them without having to rely on a fumble or something. I doubt it, but we'll see. Well, the Saints offense is going right back on the field. 6 possessions, 6 scores, 3 touchdowns of 50-plus yards. Yeah, this is a shootout so far. Let's see, we are currently at 34 points scored in this game. The next closest is 29 19. No, the next closest is 24. Yeah, this game is a blowout, or a shootout. The 24 points between the Seahawks and Patriots is the second most points scored so far this week, not counting Thursday Night Football, so yeah. Yeah, this week's list of games has so far not been all that good. You got a couple of games that are shocking, but in terms of good, no. I mean, it's cool to see the Raiders-Ravens being close, but at the same time, it's a 6-3 ball game. And then the Commies-Giants is 6-6. These are not fun games in a lot of ways, but yeah. Let's see. Carr under center, 2 men behind him, bit of motion, hands off the ball. Kamara gets about 7, 8, 9. That's a first down. They're going to give him first down. That was a great play right there. He could have easily been stopped at about the 5, and he made it to the 20. Or he could have been stopped 5 yards, but he got about 10. Great first down right there for the Saints. This is definitely looks like one of those Kamara games. Kamara always has a couple of games where he's just incredible. This might be one of them. Buccaneers are the most underrated team in the NFL. They're going to win the South. They're going to make a deep playoff run. I wouldn't be too shocked, but at the same time, the Saints, they crushed Carolina, and then the Chargers aren't crushing Carolina, so there might be something said about the Saints being better than we expected them to be. Kamara with another 5-yard run. If this is the Kamara we're going to get this season, that's going to be crazy. I don't know, honestly. It's going to be good. The Saints-Buccaneers game is going to be good. How are you doing in fantasy? I'm doing trash. You can check in the matchups on ESPN right now. All I know is I'm getting crushed. I know I'm going to lose. Almost all of my... I rely on the Colts offense for 2 of my players, and they're doing nothing, so... Barn burner? Yeah, this game really is. I'm glad I picked this game because this is literally one of the only 2 good games on in the entire week right now, so... Well, I guess 3. There's 3 good games right now, but yeah. Alright, Carr's in shotgun. Drops back. Does a quick throw out to the right. It's a bit low, incomplete, but honestly, that's a good incomplete pass. If he had caught that, that would have been about -3 on the play. It's 3rd and 6. Let's see what happens here. Oh, ain't no way Quentin Johnson just scored again. No, he did not. No way Quentin Johnson just scored again on my bench. That'd be terrible. And then I'll start him next week and I'll play like trash. He's at 100. Hunter Henry is 100 yards. Oh my God. Wow, Quentin Johnson really did score another TD. That's 18 points on my bench. Let's go. Carr drops back to throw. Carr throws it over the middle to Olave. That is a first down and about an extra 3-4 yards. They have crossed midfield. There is a flag, though. This could be big. Let's see what it is. This could be a bad flag for them. Okay, move this over here. Put that to live. Let's go. Looks like the flag is on Dallas. That's what it sounded like. Yep, holding on the defense. Penalty is declined. First down for New Orleans. Jaden Daniels got hurt. That's not good. His reckless ways may have gotten him. I don't know exactly what happened, but that's not good. You don't want to hear that. Carr gives the handoff to Kamara. Kamara with another 7-yard gain. This is one of those Kamara games. He's going to have probably another 2 TDs, honestly, my guess. Just whenever he's playing like this, this reminds me of that Christmas Day game he had a couple years ago where he just was incredible. Yeah. I've been to Lucas Oil Stadium 3 times before, not related to football, and outside their stadium, hanging giant banners of their players. They have one for JT, despite him doing nothing lately. Man, yeah, JT is, again, he had that one MVP-like season, and then since then, he's had injury issues and just not been playing insane issues, but yeah. Pass to Taysom Hill, but no gain. It's going to be 3rd and 4 after that. Saints still could score another touchdown on this drive. I mean, 3rd and 4, they could definitely get it, so let's see what they do. Oh, it's going to be 3rd and 3. They're going to give him a little bit of forward progress on that one. This is getting bad. This really is getting bad. My biggest issue is Kamara is my opponent. Yeah, nope, you're probably gonna lose. If Kamara is going off, I wouldn't be shocked if they do a handoff to him on 3rd and 3 and he gets the first down here. Or do a little screen pass to him. Yep, he does a pitch right to Kamara, first down. That's almost exactly like he called it. And he gets it. I knew they were gonna do something really quick to Kamara from that formation. It was just pretty clear. Carr's average yards per attempt is crazy. I mean, homie's got 2 50-yard plus bombs. Well, 1 bomb and 1 yards after catch, but still. That was great play design. That was insanely easy to predict, but at the same time, this is the Dallas defense against the run, and it's being proven that that one good play they had earlier in the game was just that one good play, that it is still not good at stopping the run. Because, again, that was really bad. All right, let's see here. 1st and 10, Carr's under center with 2 guys behind him. Does another pitch, and it's going to be about a 8-yard gain. That's a great play right there. Derek Carr redemption arc. Homie's playing great today. I mean, he just is. I mean, granted, Kamara took a 10-yard pass for like 50+ yards, but he's still playing really solid. Need a water. There we go. Carr does another handoff for a first down. This is textbook run the ball down your throat right here. They're doing different kinds of runs using different running backs, but at the end of the day, they're just running the ball down Dallas's throat. I mean, this is smart football. If you're able to just run the ball down your opponent's throat, you do it. There's no reason why you should ever throw the ball unless it's a play action every once in a while. Like, we're at 1st and 10. My guess here, Taysom Hill is under center. They're going to expect the run. They're going to probably throw. Oh, no, Taysom Hill's in the backfield. My bad. Yep, play action. Not shocked. Ooh. That was bad. That was a bad drop right there. Kamara just straight up dropped it, but that's exactly what I expected, right? That was a very easy to call play action, but dropped the pass that would have been a decent 5-6 yard gain. They're probably going to go back to running it here, or they're just going to do a straight out of shotgun throw. That would be my guess. Let's see. Let's see how they line up. That's my guess. It's either going to be another run or it's going to be a shotgun pass. No PA. Derek Carr's under center. He's probably going to hand this off to Kamara, or he's going to pitch it, something like that. Bit of motion. Carr drops back, and he hands it off to Kamara. Again, I'm pulling a Tony Romo right here. TD Kamara, another TD. Bro, I'm like Tony Romo right now. I'm like Tony Romo in that Chiefs game, just calling play after play. I mean, when you have an offense like this, it's easy to call the play because it's just simple, effective. I mean, I knew he was just going to hand the ball off. Unless he was in shotgun, it was just going to be a straight pass. What did he do? He lined up under center, knew it was going to be a run, handed it off to Kamara. Kamara, touchdown. That is another TD for Alvin Kamara. He is going off today. This is the Kamara we saw like a few years ago that we've been missing. Like, he's still been good, but he hasn't been this good. He's back. 27-13, Saints over Dallas. Let's see. Kick is up, and it is good. I mean, just this is really getting crazy. I mean, again, it's just the fact is that when you look at this, I mean, it's so easy to call every single play that the Saints just were gonna do, and it just, I mean, it just shows that there's so many issues for Dallas. I mean, Dallas as a team has a lot of issues still on their defense because I mean, you just watched it on stream. I just called their last 4 plays, I think, exactly what they were going to do. They did each of those 4 plays, and each one of them worked, except for the one where it was a dropped pass. So, I mean, this is embarrassing for Dallas's defense. That's what this truly is. This is an embarrassment for their defense. Because, I mean, at least their offense has gotten points on the board. Like, has their offense been playing great? No, but they've been doing a decent enough job. This is on the defense. Dallas Stevens looking like Swiss cheese. 100% agree with that. Let's go Saints. Derek Carr, Saints Superman. He's looking like it. Well, Kamara's looking like the Superman, but he's definitely looking like a solid one. Bryce Young, interception. Why am I not shocked? How are the Vikings winning? I don't know, man. I guess Sam Darnold might be legit. I mean, no, he's 5 of 10. I mean, they got the one deep pass, but their defense might be a lot better than we expected it to be. I mean, Jordan Mason's 9 of 42 is decent. Brock Purdy's not doing all that good, but he's still doing okay. Maybe there's a fumble I'm just not seeing, but yeah. Let's see. Big oof for Young. Why can't the Giants just sack Daniels? I mean, dude, I don't know what to say about this. I mean, this is just sad for Dallas. I mean, Kamara is just absolutely obliterating them right now. Alvin Kamara is currently 9 of 9 carries for 60 yards with 2 TDs and 1 reception for 57 yards and a TD. That's bad. I mean, Jamal Williams has 2 rushes for 11 yards. Olave and Shaheed both have 7 yards in their carry. Hill is the only one who's had a bad rush. This is just not going good for Dallas at all. Dallas getting kicked was not expected. You're at 9 likes already. Awesome. I guess that hasn't updated yet. That's nice. Hopefully we can hit 10 at least because, I mean, the last stream hit 10. You always want to do better than the last one. So if we can hit, like, you know, a solid 10 would be nice. Maybe even more, but we'll see. But view-wise, it's definitely pretty good. On the return, Dallas gets to about the 33-yard line. Not insane, but still, you know, decent, all things considered. Tom Brady in the booth. I can't believe they bullied Greg Olsen out of that. Let's see. Dallas, again, you know, it's beating a dead horse. They need a touchdown. They need to score an actual TD here. They need to get this back to being within 1 score. Dak drops back to pass. Quick pass to the right. And maybe a 1-yard gain. Chargers TD, Panthers getting cooked. It took a lot. The Panthers held on to it being a somewhat respectable game for quite a while. I got to give them some credit there. But yeah, it's all over. This Panthers team is going to suck this year. Like I talked about earlier, Bryce Young was overrated out of college. They drafted him. They fell for the hype. They wasted a bunch of picks on him. And their defense, it's cooked. Derek Brown's out. They're done. It's all over. Bit of motion in front of Dak. Dak has one man with him in the backfield. He is in shotgun. Let's see what he does here. 4 seconds on the play clock. Dak drops back to throw. Throws it to the left. Somewhat deep throw. Oh, CD almost had an incredible catch, but it was incomplete. It would have been a solid catch right there. There is a flag. I would not be shocked if this is offensive holding or roughing the passer, though if it is roughing the passer, it probably isn't really roughing the passer, but we'll see. Holding. Oh, defensive holding. Okay, that's a big break for Dallas right there. Automatic first down for Dallas. That's a nice break for them. They really needed that. Let's look at some of these scores right now. Let's see, the Seahawks-Patriots game is still looking like the game of the week, all things considered, 14-13 with 2 minutes left on the first half. The Packers are up 10-0 over the Colts still, which is, again, hysterical. The Browns are beating the Jaguars somehow. The Buccaneers are beating the Lions. Jets-Titans are tied 7-7. Let's see. Let's look at Jameis and see what he's doing. Okay, he's not in anymore. Okay. Man, every game here sucks. That is the truth. I mean, these are some bad games right now. A lot of them. But, hey, this one is a shootout, so at least there's that. Could be worse. But, again, if I'm a Cowboys fan, not happy. This is, again, the defense is getting exposed. I mean, that's what's really happening. It's the same issue last year, just like when they played against the Cardinals. It's not good. Panthers might go 0-17, but Cowboys be 1-16. I gotta love the hater energy. But, I mean, in truth, it's not like Dak is making you think that this team's going to be any good. I mean, we all know that. This team is not that good. Like, this is a team that's going to, once again, finish probably with a good enough record to make the playoffs, and they're going to get their asses handed to them in the wild card round. Just the Dallas Cowboys way, But we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens. Let's see. I might honestly put on the Panthers game once this goes to half of the Panthers game, which it probably won't, but we'll see. Man, 20-0, that's great. Injury in the Ravens game looks bad. Let's see if it's on Twitter. Packers center pukes, then immediately snaps the ball. What the hell? What's over here, okay? Let's see. Let's go over here. Saints, Cowboys. Let's go to the box score right now. Let's check out this right now. So far, Dak's stats are, again, they're not terrible. 11 of 13 for 128 is actually a really solid stat line, all things considered. That's almost 10 yards an attempt, 1 TD, 0 interceptions. A really solid passer rating, but Derek Carr is currently throwing a perfect passer rating, 158.3, 7 or 9 for 200 yards. Biggest difference is the ground game. The ground game for Dallas is just getting absolutely obliterated. They're 2.9 yards per rush compared to the 6.9 yards that New Orleans has is the big difference right now. And then receiving-wise, obviously, it's obvious who's doing better there, but it's really just the ground game, proving once again that we might be going back to that old school ground game matters. Dak is at 2nd and 5 under center, drops back to throw, and it is incomplete. Touchdown San Fran. Yep, they are now, if they make the extra point, will be 10-7, getting close to the halftime. Every game is basically at the 2-minute warning or closer. Flag is on the field once again for the Cowboys. Let's see if it's on them or the Saints. Ineligible man downfield on Dallas. So, penalty on Dallas. That they're going to replay the down. Gotta love Dallas. That is going to make it second and, was it second and 15 or second and 10? Probably second and 15. I always forget how many yards that penalty is. It's such a weird penalty. Second and 10, that was a bad decline. If you have third and 5 versus second and 10, you take third and 5 any day. Third down is always better than second down. Dak drops back to throw, throws it deep to the right, and it is incomplete. Again, another great play by a Saints defensive back that looked to be a nice catch, but the ball just got absolutely just taken out. Third and 10 for Dallas. Saints looking like Super Bowl champions. The Saints are looking really good. I mean, there's not really much to say. They're just obliterating their opponent. Third and 10 for Dallas. Let's see. Every drive has led to some sort of score. Will that stop now? Dak is in shotgun by himself. He's getting one man in the backfield with him. Timeout is called. Dak was almost about to get something hit. Chat disconnected. Please wait. Successfully connected. Okay, so nice job, YouTube. Aubrey, Cowboys MVP. I mean, really, he's like the only guy that's been reliable. Him and CeeDee Lamb are basically it. I mean, they're the only two guys that have been playing really well today. So, I kind of have to agree with that. Third and 10 for Dak now. Let's see, what did they do here? Dak with one man in the backfield with him in shotgun. Bit of motion in front. Dak's moving up. Moving back to shotgun. 10 seconds left of the play clock. Dak moves up again. 5 seconds left in the play clock. Dak gets the snap, drops back, running out to his right, throws it to the sideline, and it is caught at the very edge of the sideline for a first down. That was a big play right now. That was definitely a big play. That was a big play for Cooks right there. Again, there's a minute 20 left. Dallas they need to get this clock all the way down to 0. They cannot let the Saints get the ball back with more than 20 seconds. I mean, the Saints have already scored 2 deep TDs. They might score a third. Dak throws it, and it's intercepted! Oh, that was a bad pass. The receiver fell down. It was just right to the Saints defender, and he's still returning it. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30. He's juking Dak. Dak gets the tackle, 20-yard line. Dak gets the half tackle. Oh, my God. The Saints are going to score another touchdown. Kamara's going to go for 7 again. He got to like 6 on Christmas. He's going to score again here. He's going to be 3 away. Dak Prescott with the INT when it really isn't good for him. Why am I not surprised in the slightest? Yeah, that's more so on the receiver than it is on Dak. But still, it's another Dak interception. The Saints are going to have the ball in really good field position within a minute still on the clock. And considering the fact that that was the first drive that ended with no points, that's really bad. They're at the 20-yard line. So motion in front of Carr. Carr does a quick pass out to the left. No gain. They should move quickly here. I would just go for another TD. I wouldn't go play for the field goal. You can score a TD here. You score a TD here. Saints basically saying, no, you don't, lol. I mean, if you score a TD here, the game's over. I mean, it's fully over if you score a TD here. The odds of the Cowboys come back and winning this game is like next to nothing. I mean, the Saints have a 90% win percent according to ESPN. A TD here would make that go up to like 99. So let's see. Oh, yeah, show Trey Lance, because, yeah, putting him in is really going to do a big difference. Second and 10 for the Saints. Again, this is something that the Saints need. I mean, they don't need it, but they do kind of need it. I mean, you got a gift with that interception return getting you all the way to the 20. You need to make the most out of it. You can't just kick a field goal. That's just kicking a field goal is like such an L move right there. You need to score a TD. 4 for 4 on TD drives, make it 5 for 5. I mean, if last week's game wasn't a statement game, this could be a statement game. Derek Carr's under center, one man behind him. Drops back to throw. Throws it deep to the right side, and it is caught for a touch. Ooh, Olave's going to be about half a yard short. Kamara's going to rush it in for a TD potentially. Dak just needs to put the fries in the bag. Saints might be formidable. That's true. Titans up 3 was not expected. Dak has a vein on his head. Let's see. They're showing the replay. Yeah, Olave caught that, but they're probably it's going to be like half a yard short. Kamara could get his 4th TD. Again, Kamara scored 6 TDs on Christmas Day that one time. The record is 7 total TDs. He could tie that record. He legitimately could tie that record if he gets a TD here. If he gets a TD here, then he's at 4. He only needs 3 in the second half. And they're going to be just running the ball, running the clock down. He could do it. Let's see. That was a great throw by Carr. That was just a great play by the Saints right there. I mean, this is everything that what could go wrong will go wrong for the Dallas Cowboys. And that's what's happening today. If you're a Cowboys hater, man, you're salivating in this game. Timeout 2 by Dallas. Yeah, this is yeah, Dak's just sitting there watching like, man, I threw an interception. This is what's going to happen. Come on, give this to Kamara. Let him score another TD here. This is getting good. We might get to the point where they're going to turn off this game in like the third quarter. Well, probably not because they didn't turn off the Saints game last week, but we'll see. Dak needs to be flipping burgers with that $60 million contract. Remember, $60 million quarterback Dak Prescott, ladies and gentlemen. Kamara is in. Hand the ball off to him. Let him get another TD. Motion. Oh, they QB sneaked it. Derek scored the TD. I'm disappointed. Derek Carr scored the TD and not Kamara. This is still great. A member of the Baltimore Ravens chain gang crew collapsed. He was immediately attended by medical personnel. He is alert and responsive, but he is being taken to a hospital, by the way. That is what G-Man was talking about earlier. That just came out. Apparently, Justin Tucker missed another field goal. Texas is the new number 1 in the AP poll. Honestly, not surprised. They've just been absolutely obliterating their opponents, and Georgia barely won theirs. So I'm not even upset about that. That honestly makes sense. That's a good decision right there by the AP. Texas definitely looks like the best team in all of college football. I mean, Derek Carr is just, I mean, he's just clowning on them. He really is. Still got a perfect passer rating going on. Okay, so let me just look what Justin Tucker apparently didn't do. Yeah, Justin Tucker did miss another field goal. Yeah, he went wide left on a 56-yarder. So Justin Tucker is now 1 of 7 on 50-yard field goals dating back to the start of last year. So yeah, I think this idea that Justin Tucker is the best kicker in the NFL needs to officially stop. It is clear that Aubrey is the best kicker in the league. And if you're not going to say him, you're not saying Justin Tucker. I mean, let's be very clear here. Cowboys make Carr look like Tom Brady. True. This is bad. This is really, really bad. Malik Neighbor scored a TD in the Giants game, so the Giants are winning. Tucker may be washed. That or he just might not be. I mean, he might just be one of those guys who's only good at, short yardage kicks, which at this point in the year in the league, it's like, is that even good enough? Who knows? Could we be looking at Brandon Aubrey versus Jake Bates for battle of the best kicker in the league? We'll have to see exactly how well Bates does from long field goals, right? The biggest issue last year was that during the second half of the season, his accuracy took a massive dip. The farther the season went, he became an inaccurate kicker. He had a very strong leg, so we'll have to see if he can go back to being an accurate distance kicker, because Aubrey's basically become what Bates was in the first half of last UFL season, which is somebody who's both accurate and powerful. So we'll have to see exactly how that works out for Bates. Again, I don't think he's really kicked any long field goals today. I'll check in a second, but I don't think he has. So let's see. I mean, the Lions currently have only scored the 2 field goals, and Bates is 2 of 2 for field goals. So he's still perfect, but again, it's not like he's kicking these long field goals. But we'll see. Will be interesting to see exactly how that goes, though. Dallas Cowboys. Oh, man. The Justin Tucker fall off is just sad. Tucker's a lock for the Hall of Fame, but he's cooked right now. I will say I hate this whole narrative that Tucker's the greatest kicker of all time. It's like everybody started watching football 2 years ago and forgot that Adam Vinatieri kicked not 1 but 2 game-winning kicks in the Super Bowl. Single-handedly kicked the Colts to a Super Bowl with that one AFC Championship game. Like, Tucker's a legend, but homie is not the best kicker of all time, and he never was. I mean, Vinatieri kicked a game-winning field goal in a blizzard against the Raiders. Okay? I mean, there's not like one kick Tucker made that was that impressive, including his 66-yard field goal. I'm just saying. Like, Vinatieri is the GOAT kicker and still is, and it's going to take a lot to get better than him. But I'm just glad that we're going to stop this talk about Tucker being the GOAT kicker. And it's just going to be, Tucker was the best in this era. He just wasn't the best of all time. The Cowboys are currently losing 35-13. This is sad. I mean, again, it's the fact is that they're getting beat in the most simplest ways, right? They're not getting beat because the Saints are doing these incredible formations. The Saints are just playing very basic football. They're running the ball down Dallas's throat. They're doing a play-action pass here or there, and the receivers are just beating them in one-on-ones. I mean, this is really bad for Dallas, because the whole thing with last week was the Saints did it against Carolina, which is saying absolutely nothing. Beating the Carolina Panthers is something that, like, anyone can do. But when you're doing what you did to the Panthers, but even worse to Dallas, that's making a lot of questions be asked. Is Dallas even a mediocre team? Are the Saints legitimately a top team in the entire league? Those are questions that we now have to actually ask, because this is just sad. I mean, it really is bad. This really is bad. I mean, Dallas getting their ass handed to them. It is hilarious, though. I mean, I think we all can agree it is hilarious watching this happen. Let's see, who's trending right now? The Cowboys are the number 1 thing trending, followed by Will Levis. Why am I not surprised? Are the Saints good or the Cowboys bad? I mean, it's impressive to do what the Saints have done. The honest truth is, for what the Saints have done the past 2 weeks is insanely impressive. The Saints have walked in, or they have just played teams and obliterated them. I mean, it's one thing to win in back-to-back weeks. It's another thing to win the way they have. They won 47-10 against Carolina last week, with Derek Carr going 19 of 23 for 200 yards and 3 TDs, Kamara went 15 carries for 83 yards and a touchdown. They're doing better this week. Defense, not as much, but they're playing a much better offense. But Carr is 9 of 11 for 222 yards and 2 TDs. Kamara on 9 carries has 60 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, this isn't just them beating Dallas. This is them absolutely annihilating them. This isn't even a game. This is just, it's slaughter. I mean, the idea that the Saints are only a 92% win, according to ESPN, is hilarious. Unless Brandon Aubrey can kick another field goal, which he's going to, but we'll see. On pace for 70-26 win. What the Cowboys are doing is deja vu madness. I mean, this is like the Cardinals game all over again, but even worse. Let's see, Aubrey's up for a third field goal. Let's see, can he make this field goal? Let's get the lucky hat on. A 48-yard field goal. This is very doable for Aubrey. Let's see what he does here. They call a timeout. They're trying to ice the kicker. Let's see. Saints track meet. If the Cowboys get beat, they're cooked. It ain't good. This is definitely not good for them. No, it's the Packers. It's like the Packers game. I still can't believe the Packers are actually winning, and they're dominating. Like, the Colts defense has done nothing, or the Colts offense has done nothing all game, and they're punting again, it looks like. Malik Willis isn't even playing. He's just handing the ball off to Jacobs, which is the best part. Come on, Aubrey. I will say, I don't know who I'm going to do my video and short on this week. I might just continue doing a Bates short like every week and then doing a video on like Aubrey. I don't know. We'll see. It all depends how the rest of the day goes. I know Chris Blair was activated for the Falcons, so we'll see. Let's see. Aubrey up for the 48-yard field goal. Let's see if he can make it. The kick is up, and it looks to be right down the middle. Not right down the middle. Again, a little hook to the right, but it is good. So he is 3 of 3 on field goals today. Again, he is the only player that is really, well, him and CD are the only players that are really doing good for Dallas today. So, gotta love it. Aubrey playing good. It's what you need to see. Aubrey is the best player on Dallas. And we're going to halftime. The Vikings are already talking about putting him on. That's crazy. Okay, dude, ML football, like, he puts out a lot of stuff that you have to watch, but like he said, a defender crushes Lamar Jackson while he's stepping out of bounds, no call from the ref. My brother in Christ, okay? Lamar is still in bounds when he initiates the hit, and when he first hits him, he's still in bounds. That's a crazy L take. That's an L take right there. Lamar was still in bounds, and he was still running in bounds. That's nowhere near a bad hit. Is not a halftime score. You know, since we're right here, let's see. I'm going to put on the Chargers game for a little bit since we're at halftime. So I'm just going to put that on the side over there. Again, this is getting wild. I mean, it really is. It's just, I don't know. If I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, I'm sick to my stomach. That's all I can really say. This is bad. Okay, let's put our new poll. Do the Saints score 50+ points? I just spelled the game. All right, let's put our new poll. Do the Saints score 50+ points? They're currently at 35, but there's, that's 2 touchdowns and a field goal. There's always the question of, are they just going to try and run the clock out during the second half? So we'll just ask that question now. I think they probably will score 50-plus points. It looks like one of those games where they're just going to absolutely shit on their opponent, and it's just going to be a blowout. I mean, the win percentage is nowhere near what it should be. It should be a lot higher for them, in all honesty, but, kind of is what it is. Would put the house on yes. They only need 15 more. We got 2 votes, both saying yes. Again, I mean, I wouldn't be too shocked. It's just, the Saints are obliterated. I mean, this is really a question of, are the Saints legitimately that good? Because it's one thing to be good, but the way that they're playing the past 2 weeks, it's one of those things where are they just playing bad defenses? It's hard to see them continuing this trend of just absolutely crushing their opponents week in and week out. But at the same token, it's like, is it really? I mean, I don't know. It's a tough question, in all honesty. Carolina threatening to score. They are close in field goal range. They are currently at the 21-yard line. They do a quick handoff, and it is for a 1-yard gain on 2nd and 6, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. So they'll probably get a field goal, make the game look closer than it was, even though it really wasn't close. Again, Carolina legitimately could go 0-17 this year. Their team is just built on nothing. They have a poor quarterback. They have a head coach that was heavily overrated. I really did not buy into a lot of the hype Dave Canales got heading into the season. When I looked at Canales, I looked at him as somebody who got really overhyped. Like, they acted like Baker Mayfield was this garbage quarterback, and he's still putting up decent numbers, so it clearly wasn't Canales who fixed him. So, is what it is. Bryce drops back to throw, throws it to the left, and it is incomplete. They're going to have to kick a field goal. Let's see, the AP poll has Texas at 1, Georgia 2, Ohio State 3, Alabama 4, 5, Ole Miss 6, Tennessee. Wow, Missouri was the only team to play a ranked opponent last week, and they won, and they moved down. That's just wrong. That's an L right there by the AP poll. Like, I don't care about how well you beat your opponent. Missouri played a ranked opponent and got the W, yet they moved down. That makes no sense at all. "38-yarder is good." Woo. Buccaneers are going to be tough against the Saints in the South. Let's see, when is that game? Saints versus Buccaneers. That is October 13th. So we'll see how good both teams are then. But I mean, the Buccaneers are currently outplaying the Lions. I mean, Baker is far outplaying Goff. Goff is going 50% today. And the Buccaneers don't even have a ground game. So pretty interesting to see there. I mean, it really is. But again, this week is really weird so far. I mean, the Vikings are up at halftime. The Giants are up at halftime. The Saints are obliterating the Cowboys at halftime. Browns are beating the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars are going to take a step back this year. I do think that team was definitely a bit overhyped heading into the season, but we'll see exactly how they end up finishing. It'll be interesting to see. I've got 4 votes all saying yes to the Saints absolutely crushing the Cowboys. I mean, not too shocking. Dallas is just getting obliterated. Legitimately, this game could be turned off in the third quarter. I mean, it really could, because last week they kept it on way too long, the Saints-Panthers game. Like, it was a full-on, like, shellacking, and they just kept it on. But, I mean, you're talking 35-16. I mean, come on. I mean, remember, the first play of the game, well, the first play of the game was the Saints. So, I mean, it's all going to depend on whether or not the Cowboys score a TD on this opening drive, really. If they don't, it's probably over. Okay, let me figure out how to go back. So, that's not how you go back. There we go. Should be going back to the game now quick. Fun fact, the Giants' second-year receiver, Jalen Hyatt, doesn't have a TD in his career. I mean, he's got Daniel Jones throwing to him for most of the time, so, I mean, it's not like that's a shock. You know. Let's see. The comeback takes place in the second half. I don't think so. Just got that on Twitter. Somebody said that, like, yeah, I don't buy that. Not for a second. Texas A&M going to be number one at the end of the season. I'm in denial. Most points given up by the Cowboys in franchise history. Wow. Usually like to stay around for the whole stream, but I have to go. But the Giants got Malik Davis team meeting. Well, I hope you have fun with whatever you're doing, G-Man. I mean, it's always been fun having you around, and it's a fun stream so far. So, again, it was great having you for most of the game, since this game is probably going to be turned off in the third quarter, in all honesty. But, again, I'll let you guys know when the next stream is. So, G-Man, be on the lookout for that. I might do one in a couple weeks, maybe next week. I don't know. But we'll see. So, again, have fun with whatever you're doing later today, or, right around. But, again, it's been nice. So we'll see you next time in the stream. Now, let's go over here. Man, I'm trying to do so many things right now. If the Cowboys come back, they're still going to be ripped. Oh, yeah. I mean, you cannot... I mean, though I will say the biggest disappointment today is Anthony Richardson. And that's of anyone. Anthony Richardson has, 53 yards and an interception. He has scored 0.12 points in fantasy. See ya, says G-Man. Yeah, we'll see you on the next stream for sure, G-Man. Hopefully next time you'll be able to stay for the whole thing. Again, I'm probably going to try to do these games that are either Cowboys, Lions games, or, Texans, where we have USFL, XFL, and UFL players playing in it, which is why I picked this one. We have two former USFL players in this game, Kavontae Turpin, and, of course, Brandon Aubrey, which they have been playing really well. So be on the lookout for that. Again, have fun with what you're doing later today. Bye, G-Man, says Molten. Let's go over here. Saints, Cowboys, new posts. I will say I was very happy to see Valentina get her championship back last night. I did not watch the fight. I am not paying $80 for 5 UFC fights where 2 of them shouldn't even be on the main card. I mean, the first 2 fights in that main card, I mean, those fights aren't even good enough to be a main event in a fight night, let alone on a main $80 card. But Valentina getting the W was great to see. She got absolutely robbed in their rematch a few months ago. She beat Grasso, and they just gave Grasso the draw, even though it was obvious that wasn't the case. Valentina got hit with an 8-10 one round, with Grasso getting the 10-8, obviously, despite the fact the best round anyone had was Valentina 2 rounds before that. Is what it is. Colts are doing something. I do see that AR-15 is driving them a little bit. He just did have a decent pass, so let's see. Alec Pierce has got no receptions. Gotta hate seeing that. And Jonathan Taylor loses 3 yards in a rush. Like clockwork, really is. Go over there. Let's see. Colts are at 3rd and 8. They need to score something. They're only down by 13, so they very well could still get a W here. I mean, they're only 2 TDs back, but it is, 3rd and 8 on the 19, so let's see. So, are they going to do another play? Anthony Richardson do a 3-yard pass to Michael Pittman. Yeah, this game. My fantasy team's getting cooked. Worst loss of the week is probably going to go to me, just for the worst, overall, but it is what it is. You can't be winners every week. The Jets take the lead. The Titans are once again choking. Gotta love it. Yeah, the Pac-2 becoming the Pac-6. That definitely was crazy to see that happen. I mean, I know that I don't remember how they did this week, but I know the first couple weeks the Pac-2 was like undefeated, so it'll be interesting to see. If I remember correctly, we also have a couple of actual good matchups this next week, I believe. There's college football. We got USC, Michigan, Utah versus Oklahoma State's going to be a good game. Tennessee, Oklahoma is going to be good. Yeah, we got a decent setup. Like, this past week was kind of mediocre, in all honesty, when it comes to, ranked games. But next week's got some really good ones, by the looks of it. Let's see who's trending now. Cowboys still number 1 on trending. Not shocked at all. Bryce Young is trending. Bryce Young's ass is probably what it is. Bryce Young completed 80% of his passes in the first half. Yeah, for 22 yards. Inches per pass. Bryce Young is so bad. I can't believe that's a quarterback. I really can't. The further the college football season, the better the games are. That's true, especially because you know what teams are good. Like, I agree. The preseason AP Top 25 is so bad. Because you're basically taking blind shots on who's going to be good. Like, dude, FSU was not even, like, bad. They were straight up ass. I mean, that team is, like, really bad. I mean, people thought, like, the NIU victory over, Notre Dame was bad. I mean, FSU has lost, like, 2 games like that. I mean, Memphis and the one, like, 2 weeks ago. I mean, Memphis just getting... FSU is just terrible. Handoff for the Cowboys. It's about a 3-yard gain. Dallas needs a TD here. A TD here can put them, at 24, 25, pending what they want to go for there. Honestly, if I score a TD, I'm probably going for 2. But we'll see. Which team could win the national championship? I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with a lot of the big teams enough to say for sure who I think's going to, but from what I have seen, Texas and Tennessee have both looked really good. Granted, they haven't been playing the best of teams, but I don't think Georgia's going to be as good as they were the past couple of years. But I don't know. I wouldn't know for sure who to pick, honestly. 3rd down for Dallas. 3rd and 7. This is not good. The Giants have no kicker. Let's see. Did they just miss a field goal, I'm assuming? Oh, I see. They literally have no kicker. Okay. Dak Prescott in shotgun, 1 man right to his right. Dak drops back to throw. And he's getting pressured, and he is set. Ooh, he evades the sack, and he gives a quick little weird pitch handoff for a 1st down to the 45. Really, really weird play. Really weird. But got a 1st down on it. A rare Dak W right there. Let's see, the Lions have scored another field goal, meaning Jake Bates is once again made another kick. Still hasn't kicked anything long, which again is concerning. He has not kicked anything over 35 yards across both games. But he's still perfect, so that's good. Dak rushed up in the middle. He's rushing for a 1st down, and he's going to slide about 2 yards shy. Another sack for Hutchinson is crazy. Second and 2 for the Cowboys. Let's see what they do here. Dak is under center with 1 man behind him. Bit of motion. Does a quick handoff, and it is going to be stopped at about 1 yard, 2 yards shy. Again, not going too well for Dallas right now. Yeah, they need a touchdown. I'd love to see them kick a long field goal with Aubrey, but if you're a Dallas fan, you need them to win. I think Miami wins the championship. I know they've actually got some hype behind them this year. Like, what are they ranked? Like, top 10 right now? Yeah, they're 8 right now. Wouldn't be too shocked. I could see it. Flag on the field. False start for Dallas. It's going to be 3rd and 6. So, again, another great start for Dallas. I'd say Texas will. Again, I think Texas or Tennessee. It's going to be one of the orange tea teams, I guess you could say. I would probably pick to win. Let's see. Dak's under in shotgun. Dak gets the snap, drops back a few yards, throws it down to the right. It's a deep shot. It is caught. That is a huge catch. That was a great one-armed catch right there from the looks of it. That's the throw that Dak and the Cowboys needed right there. Tolbert with a nice one. Let's see. That was down to about the 10-yard line. Was basically a one-handed catch fully. That was a great pass. And a great catch. Kind of a two-hander, but not really. Great pass. Great catch. That's what the Cowboys needed. They need to score TD right now. They're at the 11-yard line. I mean, they cannot accept a field goal here. They're going to have to go for a TD. There's a quick pass out to the right and a really short bad throw. It is incomplete. Giants Commies currently tied. Seahawks up by 4 against New England. Browns up 10 against the Jaguars. Packers up 10 against the Colts. Jets up 4 over the Titans. Buccaneers up 4 over Detroit. Ravens up a whopping 3 points over the Raiders. That's currently all the scores for right now. Well, the Vikings are up 6 against the 49ers. Watch Dak throw an interception here. Just watch. That would be so Dak Prescott. Or fumble the ball. Ooh, Dak almost did not get that pitch out. He almost did fumble it. Maybe about a 2-3 yard gain for the Cowboys right there. Going to be 3rd down. Texas and Tennessee making the championship is a nightmare scenario for me. Literally my most hated teams. Oh my gosh. It's going to be interesting. Isn't this the first year of the 12-team format, if I remember correctly? So it's going to be really interesting to see how that works. What teams end up making some big shockers in the playoffs. Dak's in shotgun, gets the snap, drops back to throw. Almost sacked. He fumbled! I called it! He fumbled it! The Cowboys barely recovered it, though. The Cowboys barely recover the ball, but they're going to have to kick a field goal. Did I call that or what? It was such a Dak Prescott moment to throw an interception or fumble the ball there. That was actually crazy. That was bad. That was really bad by Dak right there. What can go wrong will go wrong. That is for sure true. Brandon Aubrey up for his 4th field goal of the day. Okay, TV, stop this buffering nonsense. The 40-yarder is good. That is 4 of 4 for Brandon Aubrey, and they're all decently ranged kicks. They're not like, gimmies. So Brandon Aubrey, once again, proving he's the best player on his team, and everybody else is, Dak Prescott is ass, and everybody else is anywhere from to decent. Brandon Aubrey, again, he is the best kicker in the league. Right now, he should be the favorite to be the All-Pro first-team kicker. I mean, 4 of 4 for kicks like that is impressive. That's for sure. Unironically, Brandon Aubrey currently leads my team in points. That is actually sad. My Ravens defense and Brandon Aubrey are my 2 leading scorers in fantasy. That's a sack for Chase Young. Meanwhile, Bryce Young sucks. I mean, I think we all knew that one. We all knew that Bryce Young is not that guy. 9 of 13 for 34 yards is a horrific stat line. Brandon Aubrey, man. It's literally just one guy against the whole team. Pretty much. Aiden Hutchinson with 4 sacks today is also crazy. This is, I mean, man, this is just Brandon Aubrey, dude. He's so good. Everybody else is just. And Bryce Young. I can't wait. That's going to be a video when I just clown the Panthers and the whole thing. Panthers 0-17 confirmed. When Derek Brown went down with that season-ending injury, it was basically over from there. I mean, that was your single best player on your team, and him going down, it's over. I wouldn't be shocked if somebody else goes down again or just goes down. I mean, again, Bryce Young was a dude who was insanely overhyped coming out of college. Overrated as hell. Never was really that great in college, and I mean that in like a being this, like to be a consensus number 1 overall pick quarterback, you should have been like easily the best QB in college football. He never was that, despite what people try to say. It's just crazy that there's a narrative that, oh, you know, everybody would have taken him number 1 overall. I mean, like, come on, stop it. This guy was not that guy. He may have won a Heisman Trophy, but my man didn't win it the year he came out of college. You know what I mean? Like, that says something. (35-19) Saints. The Saints have scored a TD on every single drive they have had today. Let's see if that continues for them. Aubrey with the kickoff. And the Saints will start at the 30. Again, let's see if they can pull off another TD. Texas, Quinn Ewers is currently going to miss the Louisiana Monroe game, but is determined to be week to week. Russell Wilson is inactive today. Oh, that's so sad. It's almost like every Steelers fan is jumping for joy. If the Texans win a Super Bowl, Panthers fans will riot. Oh, man. They're going to storm the David Tepper. They're just going to storm wherever he lives. They're just going to be like, this guy is so bad. Saints fake the handoff, then quick throw out to Kamara for about a 7-yard gain. Really good play right there. So, I mean, again, the Saints could score 50 points on the Cowboys, which would be hysterical. So hopefully that happens. That will be great. That's for sure. The Mike Zimmer defense, really good. I mean, Arch Manning was fast. I mean, people were joking about the fact that he's faster than Marvin Harrison Jr. That was crazy as well. Derek Carr pitches it out, and it is going to be a 0-yard gain. That's going to be basically at the line of scrimmage. Going to be 3rd and 2. Unironically, I'd want if they don't lose yardage on this play and they don't get the first down, I'd go for it. I mean, why not? Just try and absolutely just nail this game out. I mean, you score a TD here. I mean, that's a plus 4-point differential in this half already when you were already up by a wide margin. I mean, come on. Let's see. Taysom Hill is in the backfield behind Derek Carr. Carr's running away. Taysom Hill gets the snap directly. He's running out to the left. And he gets the first down and then some. That was a great play right there. Taysom Hill just ran out to the left, got the first down. Worst game today so far. I mean, having not watched them, I'd imagine probably the Chargers-Panthers game. I mean, it's just the Panthers sucking, so I mean, it's like you're watching nothing. But then so was the Browns-Jaguars. One of those two, the Browns-Jags or the Chargers-Panthers, because at least the Colts one is hilarious. Like, you're actually getting beat by Malik Willis, of all people. Like, that's hysterical. Let's see. Quick pitch out to the left, and it's going to be for about 3 yards. Again, not a huge gain, but still a gain, you know, still decent. Sam Darnold comeback season A. Who knows? It might be. Yeah, we're at 35-19 currently for the Saints over Dallas. 2nd down for New Orleans. On pace to potentially hit 50. Again, touchdowns on all 5 of their drives so far. Let's see if they do it again. Hill is very productive. He really is a nice player. Even though that's not the Sean Payton Taysom Hill we saw, he still is definitely really solid for him. Derek Carr fakes the handoff, passes over the middle. It is complete for about a 10, 12-yard gain right there to Olave. Really solid play right there. Saints are still driving. They're looking to score another touchdown. We're down to 6 minutes left in the quarter. I would not be shocked if a touchdown here turns this game off to another one. I really wouldn't. Because a touchdown here makes it, with an extra point, 42-19. That's a 23-point game. That's 3 scores. Again, odds are if they score a TD here, this game probably gets taken off. Is Herbert hurt? Let's see. I don't know. My stats still show he's in. Again, I'm only checking on Google, which is definitely different. So motion, 2 men behind Carr. Carr pitches it out. Hill gets about 5 yards on the carry, maybe 6 yards. Going to be about a 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5 for the New Orleans Saints. Again, looking really good for the Saints, looking really bad for Dallas. They're going to just keep eating this clock little by little. The Vikings scored another touchdown. They're up 20-7. Taylor Swift arrived to the Chiefs game. Of course, that's in my feed. Another run, and it's going to be right to the left. Ooh, it goes out of bounds, but still gains a decent amount for a first down. That is another big play for the Saints, and the clock will not be going, but still a first down rush for the Saints. Another solid play. Colts missed a field goal. Of course they did. This is just, I don't even know what the best word to describe is. This is just sad. Dallas Cowboys fans are going to be in shambles, man. This is why you miss seeing Skip Bayless have a big platform, because you know it'd be hilarious watching him just cry about the Cowboys tomorrow. Tennessee just muffed the punt. Oh my God. Again, of course, bro. Titans just choking. I thought they were going to be good this year. L opinion. Derek Carr does a fake handoff. He throws it to the left. Looks like for a wide open touchdown. Literally a wide open touchdown. Nobody near him. Though there is a flag, and since it was so wide open, I would not be shocked if there's some sort of OPI on Foster Moreau, but we'll see. Yeah, they're not looking happy. Probably is OPI. No, it sounds like ineligible man downfield. So the penalty will take off the touchdown. Yeah, ineligible man downfield. So that sucks for the Saints. They're going to have to do another play because that was incredible. Foster was just fully wide open. But let's see what happens here. I will say, I do think ineligible man downfield penalty is one of the dumbest penalties because, like, so many times it has absolutely no effect on the play whatsoever. Like that one, there was no effect on the play, yet they still have it as a penalty. I don't know. I think it's just kind of whack. I get that psychologically it can, but still. Hands off to Kamara. Kamara immediately gets about like 7, 8 yards. So he gets the 5 yards they lost and then some. Great first down play for them. This looks like another TD drive. I wish that tutty counted. I mean, hey, they're just going to score another one. It means more time off the clock for them, really. I mean, this is just hilarious at this point. Kamara has 128 total yards, over 60 yards both on the ground and through the air. Great game for him. Even if he's not going to break 100 either way, like, one way or the other, he's still going to have a great game. Another handoff to Kamara, this time only a 2-yard gain, but still a 2-yard gain. It's going to be about 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. So again, they're in that range where they really could go for it on 4th down, which I would. I would try and put, the nail in the coffin. That's what a touchdown here would do. Especially with there being less than 20 minutes of clock left. You score a touchdown here, the game is over. You kick a field goal here, it's still technically not over. You know what I mean? So I would go for a TD. If you don't lose yardage and you gain like a yard, if you're at 4th and 2, you go for it here. Let's see. Shotgun with one man to his left and one man behind him. Carr gets the hand. He hands off to Kamara again. Kamara gets a 2-yard gain for a first down. About 3 yards after he fell down, first down. Daniels has been sacked 5 times. That's Daniel Jones is not that guy. New Orleans, again, this game is about to be turned off. Let's be clear. There's less than 3 minutes left in the third quarter. It's 35-19. They just got another first down. And they could get another one, too. That's where they can get another first down and they can take this to the fourth quarter if they really want to, which I would. If I'm able to, I just run this ball and forced it to the fourth quarter. So motion with Taysom Hill. Hill goes up behind Carr. Carr fakes the handoff, play action. He's rolling out to his right. He's still running. He's running. He looks like he's going to run for it. He runs like maybe a yard and goes out of bounds. I would have slid there. That's a little bit of a mistake by Carr. I would have just either slid or dove forward. You're not going to gain anything anyway, but you eat up another, clock's still going to go down, but you know what I mean. You would have gotten a couple more seconds. Jones has only been sacked once. Oh, Daniels, that's right. I forgot about that. Daniels. I thought you meant Daniels like Daniel because of the apostrophe. It's so weird. Daniel versus Daniels is weird. Okay. Let's see. 4 seconds left in the play clock. Carr does a quick handoff on the motion man, and he gets out of bounds at about the 1 yard gain, so it's going to be about 3rd and 10. Yeah, they're probably going to have to kick a field goal here. Unless you're within 5 yards, I would not go for it on 4th down. But it's going to be interesting what this 3rd down play is. Though, again, remember, they still have scored on every single drive they have had. This just won't be the first TD drive, which is crazy. Again, everybody voted that it was going to be 50-point burger for the Saints. It does not look like it, just because of the fact this game's going to end up being, it is possible they kick a field goal here and then they put in their backups later. Their backups are going to go for TD, so maybe. We'll see, though. 3rd down conversions for the Saints. They're perfect so far. 3rd and 9. Carr is by himself in the backfield. He throws it out to his left, and it is incomplete. Though there is a flag that is going to be defensive pass interference or defensive holding, that will be an automatic first down for the Saints offense. Yeah, it definitely was a penalty right there. Definitely some holding. Automatic first down. The Saints are still going for this TD. It was PI. So, Cowboys, it's over. They're going to score a TD here. That was such a bad penalty to take. He probably wouldn't have even caught that if he didn't do that. That's the worst. When you take a penalty when it wouldn't even have mattered is the worst. And that did not matter. That was a bad penalty. All right, Carr's got 2 men behind him. He is under center. He hands the ball off to Kamara, who gets about a yard. Oh, he's still up. He gets a touchdown. Another touchdown for Kamara. It is 41-19. Alvin Kamara with another great rushing touchdown. Mike McCarthy, yeah, your job is cooked, bro. You're getting fired. You're probably going to be let go. You're just going to not be renewed instead of fired because Jerry doesn't fire his coaches for some reason. This is a bad loss. This is a great win for the Saints, though. The Saints are going to jump up so many people's power rankings to the top 10, maybe even top 5. Because this is 2 back-to-back dominant victories, and it's by 2 completely different types of teams. It's not just, beating bad teams. They just absolutely crushed the Cowboys today. Kick is up, and it's just bad. Drake May is in at... Oh, no, it is time. Okay. Honestly, they should put on, the Patriots game. That's such a better game than this. We them boys. Yes, sir. We them boys. How about them Cowboys? This is bad. Saints are dominant. This is back-to-back obliterations, annihilations, just destruction, whatever you want to call it, of teams. Saints they're up there. They're looking like one of the best teams in all of football. This Cowboys offense is supposed to be really good, and I haven't really seen it. They had a couple big plays, and they've still put up less than 20 points. But I will say, though, this is your classic Dak Prescott garbage time statistics. Watch this game end like 44 ish to, I don't know, we'll call it 31 or something like that, or 32. It's going to be like 44 to like 32 or something. And then Dak's going to have this great stat line. And it's like, yeah, he had a great stat line because he, threw for another 200 yards in garbage time. Because again, it's not like he's playing terrible, but he's not playing good. He has a fumble and an interception. I mean, it's not great. I mean, Derek Carr is still throwing a perfect passer rating, by the way, guys. 11 of 13 for 243 and 2 TDs. He is, if this stands, he's going to have a perfect passer rating. Yeah, I did see Purdy get picked, so this could be the most points scored by a team this year. Probably not. There will be somebody who puts up more than 50. Because I don't think the Saints will put up more than 50 today, but they might. But somebody will during this year, so I wouldn't say that for sure. It could be, but I mean, last week you had multiple teams put up 30. I mean, the Saints put up 47 last week, so they haven't even beaten their own PB. So, wouldn't say that. The Lions, let's see. Time for the kickoff for the Saints. Again, it is 41-19. We are on switching the game radar right now. This game could be turned off at any moment for another game when you're talking about this bad. 41-19 with a minute left in the third quarter is bad. Again, this week's definitely has been a weird week so far. I mean, some of these scores are just, I don't know which is the most surprising, because again, I kind of saw the Packers game coming, but I expected it to be more of like a slightly higher scoring game, not a 16-3 kind of game. But like the Titans Jets is a weird one. There's just a lot of weird games going on right now. And Nick Bosa, what's worse for the Cowboys? They're playing at home. Little true. On the same play, I mean, at the same time, yeah, which is definitely wild, but we'll see. I know Herbert came back into the game, but we'll see about everybody else. Let's see. Handoff for the Cowboys is a first down. It's going to be about a 10-yard gain for Dallas. They need a lot. They need to, play faster. Like right now, what I'm watching is them not try because they're just walking. They need to be going quick. They do not have that much time. They should not be taking 10 seconds to just, walk to the play. They should have snapped this ball at like the 30-second mark instead of the 24. Prescott over the middle. That's a solid quick pass in the middle. That is not going to be ooh, he almost broke it for a first down. That should be just short, though. That should be just short. But yeah, the fact that this is happening at home is definitely hysterical. I mean, it really is hilarious that it's at home. Let's see. I'm trying to go to my ESPN game picks to see exactly how well I'm doing this week. Okay, so I need them to win this. Okay. Let's see. Okay. JJ is hurt. That's not good. Oh, JJ. I thought, again, I don't know what I'm thinking of. Let's see. Let's pull up my picks for the week so far. Even the refs are trying to defend the Cowboys. Let's see. On my week 2 game picks on ESPN. Oh, I picked the Cowboys to win. Yeah, I'm cooked. I'm cooked, boys. I'm cooked there too. Yeah, I did in fact pick the Packers to win this game. So I'm not just glazing myself on with untruths. I did actually pick. Okay, there we go. I did pick the Packers to get the W today. I fully expected Malik Willis to play good enough, considering the fact that there is not tape on him. As I said before, having tape on a QB is such an important thing, and when you don't have it, it's just anything can happen. So that was a W pick. A lot of my other picks aren't looking too hot, but that one is. So at least I got one W, and it was the one that nobody really expected. Okay, so why am I seeing a clip from the debate on my football game? Like, bro, I do not care. I mean, I'm watching football. It's Sunday. I'm trying not to think about this. Terrible. Let's go over here now. Vikings fumble. Alvin Kamara. He's just. Let's see. Go back over here now. We are trying to have a party for the weekend in Richardson. Richardson just, I mean, I'm kind of cooked if he's my quarterback. I might need to have to rely on the Patriots going to Drake May soon, honestly, for my team. I remember, if you haven't already and you're enjoying this, make sure to like the stream. We are trying to hit 10 likes to match the stream that we did last time. This has been a good one so far, mainly laughing at the Cowboys and their fans. But let's see, we are in the fourth quarter, 15 minutes to play. How long will this game be on? Nobody knows. Probably not much longer. It is 2nd and 1 for Dallas. Let's see if they can do something here. Second and 1. I mean, honestly, I might throw it here because you only need 1 yard. If you throw it here, incomplete pass doesn't hurt you too much, then you just run on third down. Yep, play action, quick throw out to the right. 40, 35, out of bounds at 35. That's a solid, simple play right there. You're at 2nd and 1. You throw the ball because odds are you're going to get it on third down anyway if you run the ball. But do a pass first, though there is an offensive lineman down for Dallas. That's not good for them. Drake May could take the Patriots to the promised land. That's a little premature, but I mean, hey, they looked good in week 1, but that was week 1. The injury music. I can't believe they still use the same injury music every time. This week is too much. This really is a wild week. I mean, we've said it before, but I mean, like the Cowboys-Giants game is just a weird game. A lot of these are. I mean, the Browns-Jaguars, 16-10. I mean, it's like both QBs don't want to win. I mean, T-Law is 8 of 17 for 116. Deshaun is 16 of 25 for 130. Like, neither of them are playing all that good. I mean, Jerome Ford's got a lot of yards and a few carries, so at least there's that, but that's pretty much it. Because all I know is my fantasy team is cooked, that's for sure. But like I've said before, my team has 2 guys who are on IR, so we'll see exactly how that happens. Or not IR, but the start of the season thing. But again, in terms of my UFL video on players in the NFL, it'll be interesting to see what I do. I might just do another Aubrey video. I might do 2 shorts. I don't know. Because, I mean, you got to give credit where it's due. I mean, Bates and Aubrey are both perfect so far this week. But, I mean, Bates, again, isn't really kicking any long field goals, which is really weird to see, but they might. Like, Detroit is currently at 3rd and 7 on the Tampa Bay 41, so they might be forced to try a long field goal with Bates, which would be good to see. So, we'll have to wait on that one. Yeah, I'm good. I do not care about the new Pixel phone. Let's see. Going back to the stats here, Derek Carr's still perfect. Dak Prescott still got 100 passer rating, but again, I mean, he's having one of those games where, like, yes, statistically it's looking pretty good, but it's really not all that great. Like, Dak's playing okay, but he's not playing great, but his stats are going to make him look like he played better than he really did. Let's see. They punted. Wow, that's weak. They were at the 41. They could have kicked that. That's a weird move by the Lions right there. The Lions did not let Bates kick a long field goal. That was a dumb decision right there. That was a 59-yard attempt, and instead they punted it. That's a weird move by the Lions. Dallas gets a first down on that reception by Jalen Tolbert. Yeah, this is really weird. I mean, that was a bad call by the Lions for sure. That's so dumb. Bates is like, yeah, I mean, a 59-yarder or something he very well could have made. I don't know why they didn't go for it. That's a bad move by the Lions right there. Dak throws it up to the left, and it is incomplete. Ooh, looks like Okay, no, yeah, that was a big hit right there by the Saints DBs to get that ball out of CD's hands. That was a good play right by them right there. And the Pats are up. Lamau. But yeah, that was a bad play, all things considered, or bad decision by the Lions. I mean, you have a kicker that's known for hitting 60-plus yard field goals, and instead of letting him kick a 59-yarder, you say, no, you're good. Like, what's the point of having him if you're only going to let him kick, like, 30-yarders? Dak throws it out to the right. It is incomplete. A terrible throw by Dak. That was literally to nobody. I mean, Dak, buddy, you're on 3rd and 4. Now you have to either... You have to go for this if you want to win. If they kick a field goal here, they're admitting they don't care about winning. They're just trying to pad their stats. That's the God's honest truth. You kick a field goal here, you're admitting you don't really want to win. You just want to make your stats look better. Okay, they're going for it. Good. That means you do want to try and win. Because you have to. You're at 4th and 4 with 13 minutes left. Well, 13:45, but you get the point. You have to go for it here. Let's see what they do. This would be so perfect for an interception. Just would. Dak gets the snap, drops back, throws it over the middle, and it is incomplete. That's the ball game, basically. I get it. There's 13 minutes, 40 seconds left. That's basically the game right there. Dak Prescott is ass. I mean, it's just, dude, Dak Prescott's not that guy. Again, he's not playing terrible today. He really isn't. But he's not playing that good. I mean, it's just the truth. JJ's going to the locker room. That's not good. You hate to see that, especially after last year. I love seeing Cowboys fans join this stream, then leave a dislike after I talk trash about the Cowboys. Like, bro, your team sucks. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, I can check my live stats. I see there's people who did that. Like, bro, not my fault. Your team's trash. Like, the Cowboys are just not good. Like, dude, being a Cowboys fan has got to be the worst fan base to be in the league. Because you're part of this huge fan base that has so many people who swear, you know, this is our year, how about them boys? And then every year it's just disappointment. Because then watch, next week they're going to go blow out a trash team by like 30, and then they're going to have their fan bases think, oh my god, the Cowboys are going to be so good again. And then it's the Dallas Cowboys cycle. Yeah, their next game is against the Ravens. Okay, no, they're probably going to get their asses handed to them by the Ravens. Or they might honestly pull up an upset, and then it's just going to be funny. So not what I meant to click on. Let's show 6 new posts. Cowboys choke job at work is beautiful. I mean, it is. It's just hilarious. The Cowboys, I mean, it's so common the Cowboys do something like this. It's every time. They get their fans all hyped up about how it's going to be a good year, and then they just do something like this. It's just hilarious. Nice. I will say, in terms of something cool, UFL autograph cards. If those of you don't know, on Instagram and on Twitter, he's like the #1 card guy for the UFL and like getting stuff signed. He recently completed the entire UFL preview set, which was really cool. Let's see. And the Jets are stopped. Cowboys fan base living on a roller coaster every year. True that, true that. Handoff to Kamara, and it's about a 4-yard gain for the Saints right there. And the Giants first down. I can't believe this game is still on. Like, dude, they just love keeping these, like, Saints games on way too long. This is the second week in a row. Like, bro, there's so many games that are close, and they're keeping this game on. Like, bro. The Jets-Titans is literally tied. The Ravens are only up by 3. The Buccaneers are up by 4. Browns 6. Commies 3. And they're keeping this game on. The worst fan base has to be is the Browns. You're always depressed. At least the Cowboys used to be good. I mean, if you've been a fan since 2000, I would say the Cowboys are worse. If you've been a fan like since the 80s, then yeah, Browns is the worst. Because since 2000, the Browns at least had those couple of years making the playoffs and winning games to be excited about. Whereas with the Cowboys, it's every year you're just going into the season with the same goal. We want to get to the championship game, and you just can't. Because, like, at least if you're the Browns, anything that happens is a good thing. Whereas the Cowboys, it doesn't matter if you get this generational talent like Micah Parsons is called all the time. Doesn't matter if you get great quarterbacks like Tony Romo and Dak Prescott, according to many people. You still lose every year. And it's just, I mean, oh, man, it literally is a cycle every year. Derek Carr fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, and it is a tipped ball, and it is intercepted. That was too high a pass for Olave. Olave tipped it, and it was intercepted. What a Derek Carr moment right there. That's going to bring his good old passing down a while. He was at a perfect passer rating. That's going to lower him by a decent amount right there. Aiden Hutchinson has 5 sacks today. A bunch of Carolina Panthers fans are leaving the game today. 100% justified. Why would you sit there and do that to yourself? Yeah, Derek Carr's pass rating just dropped down about 30 points. Panthers getting beat 26-3. Bryce Young looks putrid. 13 of 18 for 60 yards is a horrific stat line. That is just abysmal. I mean, let's see. That is 3.33 yards per pass. That is god-awful. Yeah, dude, the Panthers fan base is just, we're in shambles. Everything just gets bad for us. It gets worse and worse every time. But we'll say, I mean, this interception does give Dallas some life. I mean, they got to score like within 2 minutes basically to have any shot at it, but it's still something. So, I mean, bad Derek Carr move right there. A bit of an overthrown pass gets tipped, intercepted. You know, not good, but... Never forget, Aiden Hutchinson was not the number 1 overall pick in the draft. And the number 1 overall pick was Trayvon Walker for legitimately no reason. Like, people still try to, you know, explain why they picked Walker. Bro, you picked a guy who had potential when you already had somebody who was that guy and you chose not to pick him. Like, dude, Trayvon Walker is going to go down as one of the, like, most questionable first overall picks of all time. Like, that dude had no right to be the first overall pick at all. Yet... he just got boosted because of the combine and all that, and then now look at bro. Bro is just a, you know, he's not even playing today, if I remember correctly, because I think he's hurt or something. Or, I don't know, it's just, or he hasn't done anything. I mean, like, I know he had, like, 2 sacks last week, but, I mean, bro, Aiden Hutchinson's got 5 already. Panthers were selling tickets for $1.80. I saw that. That was hilarious. Yeah, we took Cam for granted, that's for sure. As a Texans fan, I feel bad for Bryce Young. I was expecting the Panthers to actually improve a bit more than last year. I'm going to be honest with you, rookie, I did not. I looked at the Panthers, and I said, you still have Bryce Young at QB. The Deontay Johnson trade was terrible. I viewed it from the beginning that it was a bad trade. By the way, Dak just threw an interception like that. That is proof why Dak is never going to be a top 5 quarterback in this league. That was a terrible interception. The thing is, the Deontay Johnson trade made no sense. We are a team built on defense, and you got rid of like our third best defender because Dante Jackson is actually healthy, and you got rid of him for a okay receiver. Like, I don't know what they expected was going to happen there. The defense just took a massive step back. We lost Brian Burns and all that. I wasn't too shocked that our team really sucked. I mean, we need a better quarterback because I mean a lot of the issues are Bryce Young. It's not just a oh you don't have an O line, you don't have protection. No, it's when you watch Bryce Young play, he is a terrible decision maker and talent wise, he's just not that guy. Yeah, Dak Prescott throwing another interception. That's a classic Dak Prescott move. Remember, $60 million quarterback, by the way, which means that he is supposed to be the best quarterback in football. I get it. It's, the next man up. You are paid $60 million a year, the first one ever. You are required to be a top 5 quarterback in the entire league. That man is maybe not even, well, he is probably top 10 with how bad the QB situation is right now, but that man is, in any point in history, he's almost never a top 10 guy. Overrated as hell. As I said before, he's never going to win you a Super Bowl, and the idea that people think he will is crazy. $60 million a year. So bad. I still can't believe they actually gave him $60 million a year. They gave Dak Prescott $60 million a year. Like, blood is not that good. At most, Dak should have been paid like $45. He should not be paid $50 million a year. Because at least these other guys getting 50 plus have potential. Dak is who he is, and who he is a quarterback that's never going to get to a championship game. Again, we need this game to be taken off. We've got like so many other good games on right now, and we're still stuck watching this game, which is just hysterical. Goff gets picked. Oh, that's not good for the Lions. Let's see. Derek Carr is under center, one man to his left. He fakes the toss, rolls out to his left, throws it, and it is incomplete. Cowboys are still trending. I gotta love it. Colts in the red zone. I can't believe this game is still on. Handoff, and it is maybe a 1-yard gain, if that. Let's see. A lot of QBs in the NFL need to go to the UFL. Trey Lance is a good one. Basically, I mean, the Cowboys should go back to starting Cooper Rush, unironically. Because at least with him, you're not paying him a bajillion amount of, like, millions of dollars to suck. You're paying him to be a mediocre quarterback. Whereas Dak Prescott, you're paying him all this money. You got to have him throw the ball when he's really not meant to throw the ball a lot. He's meant to be, your game manager, and they just have him throw the ball all the time, which is crazy. Derek Carr in shotgun. Drops back to throw. Throws it out to the right. Incomplete pass. Well, they're going to punt the ball. Honestly, I would have just kept running the ball. I mean, even if you're not gaining any yardage, just eat the clock out. I mean, you should not be throwing the ball, getting these incompletions, which, stop the clock. Please, football gods, change the game. I agree. This should not be on. I mean, granted, the Saints are playing this pretty poorly now. You should not be throwing the ball at this point. When you're at this situation, even if the Cowboys know you're running it, you should just run it. You don't need a first down, because if you do 3 straight rushes, you're going to eat up multiple minutes of game time, and throwing it provides you with no real benefit. So if you get a first down, that's good, but if you throw an incompletion, it's much more of a punishment than getting a first down there. So, poor decision-making by Dennis Allen right there. Let's see. Any other updates real quick? Not really. Is Alex Mule playing QB for the Packers? If he's not, no, he got released. I think he got like some sort of injury after being put at wide receiver. A lot of people are expecting Magoo to maybe go back to the Stallions, either him or Corral. So that's definitely a possibility. The Packers are going to beat the Colts. The Colts are just getting obliterated. Alec Pierce has 3 receptions for 37 yards, so he's leading the team in receiving again, which I love to see, but yikes. Suddenly I'm winning in fantasy. I know I'm not. I'm going to go check, though, but I know I'm getting my ass beat in fantasy. Let's see. Imagine the Stones get Corral and Magoo. Oh, man. Dude, Magoo going back and winning MVP in the UFL would just go so hard. Yeah, I've got 85 points in fantasy this week. That is not good. AR-15 has 3.9 points for me. My guy has done literally nothing for me. Again, my leading scorer is still Brandon Aubrey, followed by Josh Jacobs now, and then it's Brock Bowers. Like, that's bad. This is really bad. But it is what it is. I'll just wait for Nick Chubb to get healthy. I have Jake Bates on my team. I know Bates is... the Bates not getting his, field goal opportunity was really bad. It's going to age really poorly for the Lions. So that's definitely a storyline, not letting him kick that field goal, which he probably would have been able to make. It's not a guarantee, but he very well could have. So weird decision making, but again, it is what it is. What are you going to do about it? And the Stallions drafted Sam Hartman, like whether they could get him in the future. I remember when that happened, I was talking about it. Like, that is such a Stallions move right there. King Henry's turn to get the direct snap. Okay. Go back over here. Again. Bro, I got a big break because Scooby didn't start DJ today. Let's see. The Cowboys were trailing 44 minutes all of last season at home. They've been trailing the whole game today. That's hysterical. Basically the whole game. Prescott throws to the left. It is complete for about a 4-yard gain. They need to move faster than what they're doing, though, that's for sure. They're still moving way too slow. They need to go fast, fast, fast. $41-19. This is really hysterical still. Dak drops back to throw. Rushes up, and he gets sacked. Held the ball too long. 3rd down now for the Cowboys. This is getting bad. Already was pretty bad, but it's getting, really bad now. I wonder what all UFL teams are worth, especially if Stones win 3 championships. What they're worth, that's definitely a big question, considering the fact that the league needs to be profitable and all that, which they still technically aren't. But I would imagine at least the Battlehawks are worth something. I have no idea how much, though. I wouldn't even try and guess. Prescott runs out to the middle, passes over, and it's a complete, but it's going to be a 2-yard gain. What also helped is that he started Niners D and JJ. So, yeah, if you had that happen, it helps you in one and hurts the other, but still overall could be worse. But, yeah, fantasy, I know I'm losing this week. It'll be interesting to see who else gets some W's, but 4th and 9 for the Cowboys here. They should turn this game off after this play. There's no point to keep this game on if they don't get a first down. Because then you have less than 8 minutes left and they have to get the ball back. Come on. Deep throw out to the right. And it's almost intercepted. That was almost another interception. Alec Pierce with the receiving touchdown. Gotta love it. At least I get that from my fantasy team. Alec Pierce worth starting again. AR-15, not so much. Granted, I don't really have any other options, but yeah. My chances of winning, though, did just go up by a really good amount because of that. I'm now up to 35% instead of, my god-awful 15. Who knows, maybe they get another one. That would be huge. Saints score again, please. I agree. It would be great to see. Again, I'm shocked this game is still on. 41-19. That's wild that it's still on. So maybe they just don't want to turn off these games anymore for some reason. That'd be my only guess. Derek Carr hands the ball off. 8-yard gain on the first play. They're going to be at 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line. That Cowboys kid was mad. I would be too, bro. If I was at that game as a Cowboys fan, oh my god, I'd be furious. Like, it's just so bad. Let's see, Najee Harris. I could still win today. I just need to have Diggs and Williams not do good. We'll see. Let's see. Saints are right near they're at the 6, so they did not gain that yard. Okay, quick toss to Kamara, who goes out to the right, and they might give him the first down on forward progress. Saints gonna score again. Yeah, they're gonna score. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what that flag is for. 10-yard penalty for holding, so they're gonna have to go again. Second, so 10-yard penalty. It's gonna push him back to about a 2nd and 13. Still not terrible. I mean, they don't really care. Again, I would still be running the ball. I would not be throwing it. Just eat the clock out. Just do the guarantees, the safe, we're going to make sure good things happen kind of deal. That's what I would do. That's it for the Packers. What, the Packers just do something again? They're going to win. Okay. Carr hands off, and it's about a 5-yard gain to about the 10-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and about 7 at the 10-yard line. Going to eat this clock down to about, no matter what, it's going to be about to 5 minutes. So this game's over, all things considered. The Cowboys will lose, obviously. I mean, we knew that basically at halftime, but still. They recovered the onside. Wow, they got to play the Eagles and the Chiefs in the next 2 games. Oh, my God. Rip Saints, unless they pull off those W's too. Another rush, and it's like a 3-yard gain. That's a smart move. Again, just run the ball, eat up clock, kick a field goal, make this game a 44-19 type of game. This is exactly what you want to see if you're a Saints fan. Just run the ball, eat up as much clock as possible. No point to really do anything else. Going up for the field goal. You can put this one up to 44-19. Let's see if he makes it. The 2 highest scoring teams in a single game this season are both the Saints. That's crazy. Week 1 and Week 2, they have the 2 highest scoring games. That's wild. Is number 2 receiver in fantasy. Wow. I did not expect to see that with who as his QB. McLaurin did not get that. That sucks, but rushing yards 180 to 60 something is crazy. Next Sunday, Cowboys-Ravens. That should be, well, Ravens didn't look all too good today either, so who knows how that will do. Eagles-Saints, though, might actually be a really good one. Double 4s. Derek Carr, man. If he didn't throw that interception, he would have had a perfect game, probably. I don't remember exactly how good your accuracy has to be, but he would have been pretty damn close if it wasn't for it. What's wild this week is not a QB week. I mean, it's another one. I mean, it's like we were talking about earlier. It looks like it's going back to being a running back type of league, driven by how good you are on the ground. Which, I mean, everything's in cycles. That's what I've always been taught. Everything comes in cycles, and this is just the cycle. It's going back to being a running back league. You have to have running backs that can, eat up clock. I mean, this game's biggest difference is not the QB difference. It's the running game difference. Because Dak is out throwing Carr yardage-wise, not per attempt, but overall yards. And yes, he has 2 interceptions, but Carr has one. The difference is the Cowboys have 68 yards on the ground. The Saints have 170. So, and it's also 3.2 average versus 5.2 average. So, it's just like everything's in cycles. That's the big difference right now. 44-19. This is just wild. What are your thoughts about the International Football Alliance having teams in Mexico? They also have a team called the Birmingham Beavers. The Titans are being tied against the Jets, and I expect the Saints in the next 4 games. Yeah, that is definitely a tough 4-game schedule right there. I mean, I hate to say it, but I do agree with a lot of the consensus about the IFA. The odds that the IFA even play are pretty low, in my opinion. This is a league that was supposed to play International Football Alliance. Like, this is a league that was supposed to kick off a year or two ago and then didn't. And so to me, it's a question of if this league is even gonna ever play. I mean, in theory, it's a cool thing if it does happen, but will it is the question. You know what I mean? I don't know for sure about that. So I have to say, I can't really be too excited about the league because I don't know for sure if it's really gonna end up working. Is basically the best way to put it. I can't say for sure that it's gonna kick off because it was supposed to kick off before and then didn't, but who knows? Cowboys 4th and 4. They had Cooper Rush go out there, did nothing. Not surprised. Gonna punt the ball. Colts getting the ball left 43 seconds, yet we're still watching this Cowboys game. The fact that it's still on my screen is crazy. Yeah, I don't see the IFA really doing a ton, honestly. I mean, it's a cool thing in theory, but it's again in theory. I just don't see it fully lasting or working in a lot of ways. And that's just my thoughts. The idea that people are talking about it like it's a league that's gonna last is a bit wild. So I don't know about that one. But that's just my thoughts on the IFA as a whole. Let's see. Again, if you've been enjoying this stream, make sure to like the stream. We are getting close to 10 likes. It ties the last stream we did in overall likes. Again, this has been a pretty wild game in terms of just an absolute blowout by by New Orleans to Dallas, which has been hilarious to watch. The fact that this game is still on our TVs is a bit questionable. This game should have been switched off. There's multiple games that are far better than this one going on right now. But yeah. So it is what it is, but this was a game. That's the best way to put it. This was a game of all time. It wasn't really a great game, but it was a game that existed. Let's see. I mean, look, I'm currently watching some of the overall scores, play-by-plays of the Packers game right now a little bit, because this game has definitely been a more interesting one than the one we're currently stuck watching. Let me pull it up here. Yeah, Richardson just got a nice little scramble. Only a little bit of time left, but still time left, you know what I mean? In Mexico, they prefer the LFA, even though that league have a bit of problems since 3 teams not paying their players. I did hear about the LFA. I know they had that kicker that was going to go to the UFL and all that. So, I mean, it's just the IFA competing with all the leagues that are currently out there. I just don't see it fully working. Jets TD. Anthony Richardson pass incomplete. There's only 9 seconds left. They're going to have to do a deep shot. Who knows? Let's see what they do here. Don't actually. I'm just watching the play-by-play. First down for the Saints. Again, this game is over by all stretch of the word. It is. Again, weird that it's still on. I hate how they're doing that, but as the saying goes, it is what it is. Let's see. Just the play-by-play of the Colts game. IFA is too ambitious, spanning over 2 whole countries. One last chance for AR, especially because they might. I mean, if you're doing an International Football Alliance, they might even end up trying to get a team in Canada, which at that point is just like a hard no way that's gonna work. I can't see it working like that type of team. Nah, or league. I just don't see it working in all honesty. So that's what I would say to that. 2-minute warning, go into commercial instead of switching off the game. Man, I hate early season NFL for that. Just put a good game on instead of this. Malik Willis getting the W over the Colts, barring like a miracle TD here, is hysterical though, especially since he did outplay Richardson like every way possible. Yeah, game is over. That is actually wild that that's how it ended. I mean, Malik Willis and Josh Jacobs just obliterated them. And AR gets intercepted. Of course, there was an interception to hurt my team's fantasy chances. My next door neighbor threw his Cowboys jersey. He's mad. I mean, this is really bad. You know what I mean? This is just terrible. Imagine the NFL one day going into Canada. I wouldn't be shocked if they do that, honestly. Like, put a team in Montreal or Toronto, I wouldn't be shocked. 2020 tie Seahawks. But yeah, I mean, I'm not shocked that he threw his Cowboys jersey in the trash. I mean, it's so bad for them right now. It's just, oh man. It ain't good. This is a bad game for the Cowboys, that's for sure. The Chargers beat the Panthers. Whoa, I can't believe it. I'm so shocked. Ooh. Let's go over here. Trying to look something up. Jerome Ward. $123 yards for Neighbors is crazy. That is on 9 receptions. You can actually hear them. Dude, Cowboys fans are in shambles right now. They're just... It is not good for Cowboys fans today at all. I just can't believe this game is still on. I honestly can't believe they're just keeping this one on. Yeah, domination is like an understatement. They have just absolutely annihilated them. I mean, you're talking 44-19, and they still have the ball left. I mean, if they really wanted to, they could probably score another TD here. And the Saints being this good, I mean, who would have thought? I mean, they're just kneeling the game out. It is over, so it's pretty bad. But, I mean, the game is over. They're kneeling the ball out, so, you know, final score will be the 41 or the 44-19 score that's on. So this was definitely a weird one for our first NFL game. Again, if you haven't already, make sure to like the stream, as this has been a pretty good one. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Again, if you've been a fan of the channel for a long time, think about becoming a community member. There's a link in the description to do that. Again, I'll have a video coming out this week probably for my overall fantasy, or for my monthly community member video, so be on the lookout for that. I don't think an NFL team will try to put a team in Canada. The Canadian government protects the CFL. They're just going to play the game. I could see that, yeah. So again, if you've enjoyed this, again, thank you for watching, but I mean, the game is essentially over, so I'll be probably working on a short to come out later today on Jake Bates or something, so be on the lookout for all that. And as always, guys,